You know what? Get a jump start on this. It's supposed to start 3 minutes anyway. I don't know how long I was gonna wait. Actually, I can check to see how close sale is to being done. Just a couple more minutes, people. Testing Chewy versus Zaraki. Oh, okay. So still have a ways to go. Alright then. Well, let's get this started. Dirty. Turn it on. It did. Okay. This is week 3, day 2 of the Gambit Cup, presented by Twitch TV. Thanks to Twitch TV, Nervopolis and Prowler. Which two are there? There we go. Alright. We have IWL Fenico and Payne Hassie. Hayes do Happy? Oh, there's a K in there. Pain. Alright. Fenico is blue. Hasky is purple. Alright. As I said, this is set 1 of the match between IWL and Payne. Two of the teams not off to the best starts. IWL is 1-1, Payne is 0-2. Actually, I don't know much about IWL because they're a team of a lot of Russian people, most of who I have not heard of. But let's see. Both players going for the 12-something. It looks like Hasky is saving up enough money to throw down the hatchery. So, Hasky will be going for the spawning pool, but it was just a bit delayed. How much compared to Fenico's? Not too much, but like 20, 30 health. It's not going to make a difference for this game. Both players going for the 12 pool. And both players getting the gas. So both 12 pool lets you get up an expo pretty early. So we'll see some 2-base versus 2-base play. Meanwhile, neither player is scouting in the right direction. Their overlords will simultaneously meet, and they'll realize, oh, my opponent is cross. But cross on this map is the same distance as close position on another map. Because if it was in the corners, then the distance between the two mains would be the length of the map. And the distance between these two bases is the length of the map. It's not diagonally. It'd be even closer if they were two of these corners. So, it means that on this particular map, link pressure can be effective just because no matter where your opponent is, they're relatively close compared to other maps. Alright. Now, neither player has scouted each other yet. They know the positions, but they don't know the builds. So they don't know exactly how many links are going to be needing, although they can anticipate that it's not a 9-pool, it's a 9-pool. Or an overpool would have gotten their lings there by now. Hasky's actually going to be the first to scout. He's not going to wait for the overlord to get into position. He's going to be just a little bit more impatient and scout off with the Zergling. Fenico allows the Zergling into his base. A little bit of a mistake there. And Haskell's going to get a nice scout off. Fenneco's Overlord is going to be just a little bit behind that. That's going to be okay. Wait. Shoot. Dang it. So, similar lair timings for both players. Modesty Spire is going to be just a little bit delayed. He needs to throw it down now. There we go. So, yeah, actually kind of significantly delayed. They've both been seeming to go for the same builds. I think they have even supply at 23 to 23. I'm not sure why Modesty is a little bit slow with his. Anyway, it looks like Fenneco is getting a little bit more aggressive. They should have even Zergling numbers, but Modesty's going to throw down a creep colony just to be sure. It's not going to finish in time for the fight, but he shouldn't need it with good micro. We'll see. Actually, Fenneco's rallying more links. Fenneco's rallying in a lot of links. He's going to overwhelm Modesty here, and Modesty Sunken isn't going to finish in time. Where are more Modesty links? They're coming. They should get out relatively soon. The second colony is going to die immediately, though. And here come more lings. They're surrounded immediately, though. The drone isn't really getting into the battles. It's not going to help swing it in his favor. And now Modesty's in quite a bit of trouble. He's going to lose his natural hatchery, and he can't even get enough lings to block the ramp. Now there are a huge number of Zerglings in Modesty's base, and Modesty GG's. Wow, that was a very fast win for IWL. Alright, there we go. Save the next replay. Alright. Next up we have Boom versus Reaper. Alright. Boom versus Reaper. A PvT on Heartbreak Ridge. Interesting. And Reaper is white. Boom is red. Okay. So, PvT on Heartbreak Ridge. It can sometimes be hard for Protoss to deal with lots of mech on this map. But Protoss does have a lot of options. There are two paths around, so Terran can't exactly clog up an entire attacking path. They either need to divide their forces or kind of leave one of them open. So Protoss does have options. Okay. Looks like Boom isn't going to go for the fast expo. Is he going to throw down the gas? No. Just checking for proxies. The mains are pretty big on Heartbreak Ridge, so it's possible he can get a proxy there. But no such strategy this game. He's going to throw down the refinery. So he's going to go for a siege expand type of play. most likely. Meanwhile, ooh, Reaper Pain going for the 12 next can be pretty risky. And actually, Boom could choose to punish this with a 2-fact if he wanted to, although he's not putting 2 guys on gas, or 3 guys on gas. He only has 1 guy on gas. Now he has 2 guys on gas. Not sure what's up with that. Meanwhile, Reaper throws down the other gateway before getting his gas. Wants to be sure that he can hold off some kind of bunker rush. And looks like Boom is going to go for a bunker rush here. He has an SCV in position. He can throw down the bunker as soon as he has enough minerals. He's doesn't have any at the moment, but it won't take him long to get up to 100. And wow, Reaper Pain pulls all of his guys off gas. He just wanted to get enough gas to build the factory. So he's just going to get a few vultures, and he's going to be essentially all in with this attack. It could be really effective. He didn't throw down a bunker, though. Just going to use the there we go. Now the bunker's thrown down, but that was rather late. Zealot's going to be out. Might possibly be able to get the SCV. Yes, is able to get the SCV, but more SCVs can be put on. Oh no, not microing the Marine away from the probes. The probes actually pick up a Marine kill, doing damage to the other one as well. And the SCV is continuing to make the bunker, but the Marine dies to probes. So, control mistake from Boom to allow his Marines to die, but there's another one coming, and the bunker has been constructed. He should be able to get his Marine into the bunker. Oh, close, but does get him in. And now the 2 Zealots are going to have some trouble dealing with the bunker. There are enough SCVs there to really repair, or if they can run away if the Zealots are not targeting them. In fact, the SCVs are going to repair each other. Now, another Marine coming up, and a Vulture. Here comes the Vultures. He's able to continue to produce them because Vultures don't cost gas, but he's not going to really have any opportunities after this. He's investing all of his money into just constant Marine and Vulture production. He can't expand, he can't attack. But we'll see. No, he needs to not lose that Vulture. Oh, allows a lot of hits on that Vulture. He needs to be more careful with this, because he should be able to out-micro the Zealots without taking a hit at all. And it looks like the Zealots realizing the Vultures there need to go for it and pick off one of the SCVs. But the other 2 SCVs are going to be enough. Other Zealots sustain serious damage, and now Goons are out. And Goons are going to be able to stop this. You're going to be able to be very effective, especially considering that the Vultures are not getting mines. Or they are getting mines now. He has put guys back on gas. Mines will be coming eventually, but it's still a bit of a ways off. And the Goons are forced to come out now because the Nexus is going to go down if he doesn't. Goons trying to micro around the Vultures. It takes a lot of damage on the way out. Finally gets around the bunker and picks off one of the Vultures, one of the Marines, but that Vulture should be able to take out that Goon because it only has 1 shot left. And the Goons are down, and that Nexus is still taking hits. I think he's going to lose his Nexus. 2 more Goons are on the way, but it's still a little while before they come out. Ooh. And now, Boom is looking in a pretty strong position, repairing that Vulture. Still having Marine come out. There's a probe in the middle of the map. Could be just for scouting if he needs. It could be for scouting. Probably for scouting. Just because he can't sneak anything out with the bunker there. Meanwhile, Boom is going to take his natural, and mines are being researched. This is going to be a real problem for Reaper. He's certainly not close to. Excuse me. He's certainly not close to observer tech. And how close is he to range? Range still has a ways to go. He's not able to attack the bunker until range finishes. And actually, he can only fit 2 Goons there, because that's going to be the magic spot where the Goons can start ranging. No, he's bringing the 2 SCVs back. If Boom had left the 2 SCVs there, he could have repaired the bunker while those 2 Goons shot. And then to get more Goons, he would have had to bring them in within bunker range. I think that would have been really nice for him. But no, just going to retreat the SCVs. The Vulture has 1 more mine. Okay, now the Dragoons are going to be able to kill the bunker off. He's going to evacuate the Marines. Both of them almost dead, but not quite. And the bunker is going to go down. There are some mines laid out here, so the Dragoons aren't going to be able to make an attack of their own, but they are finally able to reclaim the natural. And getting pretty dangerously close to that mine. I don't think he's seen the mines yet, so he doesn't know what he should be expecting, considering how fast that vulture was. Now, the Nexus has been thrown down, but the command center is already done. And now missile turrets are being thrown down, anticipating a DT transition. But in fact, it's just going to be for the fast observers. What is he shooting? I don't know what that Dragoon is shooting. Anyway, he's going to try to do some micro against mines. Taking hits on the first one. Boom's done a pretty good job of going essentially all in and then managing to transition out of it after doing significant damage, because he's looking pretty standard at this point, getting up his second gas, getting a siege mode, a good number of tanks. Now, where's the first observer? It should be out relatively soon. Okay, the first observer is going to pop now, and a Reaver following it behind. The observer was a little bit delayed because he wanted to get the shuttle out first. How well is a Reaver going to do against Boom? He does have a couple missile turrets around that's going to really inhibit the mobility of that shuttle, and there are enough tanks that I don't think the Reaver's going to be too effective. A lot more factories are being thrown down, and now the mines are able to be cleared out. What does Reaper do to follow up that? He knows that his Nexus was significantly delayed, and considering that Boom did not keep on the pressure, he should assume that Boom's Nexus is pretty early, or Boom's command center is pretty early. He threw down a scouting pylon here, just to be able to know. And this is no. Go attack the vulture. Attack the vulture. There we go. Vulture picks up 3 kills before the Zealot realizes he needs to actually go kill it. Oh, that was a mistake. Alright. Boom preparing to expand up here. I don't know if he realizes there's a pylon there yet. But he's going to pretty methodically push out, already constructing turrets in the middle of the map. Not sure what they shot at, but they got a kill. And here comes the Reaver. See how much damage can be done. That mine is close enough that maybe it could hit a Reaver if it's placed a little bit wrong. Can a Reaver could be placed back here, but the Scarab would have to travel all the way around, which is possible, but Scarabs are pretty dumb to begin with, and asking them to travel that far can be risky. We'll see. He doesn't see the Reaver, though. The Reaver's hidden on the high ground, and the Reaver's going to slow walk down. The Scarab... Oh, no. First Scarab's a dud, but now he's going to start getting kills. And definitely should realize that there's a Reaver there. Oh, wow. Lots of SCVs going down. And the tanks are not in a good position to deal with it. Transferring the SCVs, but now he can drop the Reaver right there. We're going to try to figure out how many kills that Reaver still has. There's 1 tank coming up, but 1 tank can't deal with the Reaver. 7-kill Reaver so far. And that tank is dead. Vultures are not very good versus Reavers. Oh. He definitely needs to move out of range of that tank. He shouldn't be taking hits like that. Now the Vulture's going to lay mines here so that if the Reaver goes down, it's instantly going to be blown up. I think it has just enough health to withstand a mine hit, but doesn't want to. Meanwhile, he still has kept the Reaver alive, which is the important part. The back has been mined out, so he's going to transfer safely around that way, and Reaver's going to get back up onto 3 bases before Boom hits 3 bases. So he's trying to recover that economic deficit he suffered from losing the Nexus. 95 supply compared to 85, so pretty a pretty solid position to be in as a Protoss. Flying a little bit too close to the turret. And Boom's turrets are really what's going to prevent a lot of Reaver harass. He has them very nicely spaced out to not allow to not really allow the shuttle to move. Meanwhile, do we have? No, we don't have Templar tech. We just have a Citadel. Nah, no, it's a Stargate. That's a Stargate. Normally you throw down the Templar archives first. There's enough money for it now. Still waiting for him to throw that down. There we go. Okay. So he's going to go up to 3 base Arbiter. Boom. Added a lot of tanks in the beginning, but hasn't added that many since. He was at 5, and now he's only at 8. Well, 9. Okay. First armory under construction. Boom's a bit behind of where his upgrades should be, but he's going to catch up with that. Protoss doesn't have any upgrades either, but Protoss upgrades are less important than Terran upgrades. He also needs to get that armory so that he can get Goliath out in a little bit. Still has some time. Well, where's the Arbiter Tribunal? Still in the Forge. Don't know where the Tribunal is. That's okay. He got the speed lot upgrade, but doesn't actually have any speed lots. Ooh, is he just gonna make nice big walls here? He's actually just shutting down movement, vulture movement, with a wall here, and a wall here, and then a pack of goons here. That's kind of funny. Anyway, there's the Arbiter Tribunal. Yes, Arbiters will be coming out relatively soon. And there are a lot of vultures coming out for Boom. He's gonna start to lay mines. He has not laid a lot of mines this game. It allowed Protoss to really easily take this and this spoke. Alright. It's looking like a pretty strong composition of Terran units. Got a good ratio of vultures to tanks. Maybe a little bit vulture heavy, but that's fine for at the moment. We can use them to lay mines and add on tanks now. Meanwhile, he should have started his +1. Indeed, he did. He's also getting the science facility to get EMP and to get +2 after the +1 finishes. Very good. Now, this is going to be a 4th base for the Protoss, and Terran's on 3, which is okay. Yes, Terran making the right decision, pushing up this way to be able to put pressure on all of Protoss's expos. Even throwing some cannons down behind the pylon wall. What is in the shuttle? It is the Reaver. It came back to join the army, and it's going to be able to get a couple vulture kills too. Good job making use of it even later in the game. But not enough speed zealots to really compete with that many siege tanks. And the Dragoon Bolt is going to retreat now. Where are his speed zealots? He's now making lots and lots of speed zealots. And the Arbiter is about halfway done. Well, a third of the way done. Okay, 160 supply compared to 152, so same 10 supply difference. And it looks like Protoss is going to move in it once again. He still doesn't have many speed lots. I don't know if this attack's going to work. He does have the high ground, which is going to help, but there are a lot of tanks there. Drops a Reaver in the middle of the tank line. It's killed though. No more zealot bombs either. And with the reinforcement zealots, it looks like it is going to be just enough to take out the tanks. And what does Boom have to stop this attack force? Not a lot. There's one tank all alone. Tanks do not work that well in onesies. Goliaths aren't going to help really either. Just a few goons here is going to be pretty scary until he gets these siege tanks out. Okay. The goons are going to pull back. He's not going to be able to win the battle of attrition there. But still, he took out the main Terran force, and that was a very good move by him. Continue to make pylon walls. Just really does not want to lose anything to Vulture harass. And now Protoss has taken half of the map and is looking to take this expo as well. That engineering bay is not quite in range to see the probe, but will be once probes start mining from this mineral patch. What kind of upgrades are we getting? Stasis, we still need a little bit more. And Vulture's getting in to do the to kill the probe transfer. I have to say that Boom has not been doing a very good job with his aggressive Vultures this game. His Vultures, he hasn't been laying mines around the map really. He laid some here and some here, but not much beyond that. And he hasn't been actively trying to harass mineral lines. He's been very passive with the Vultures, which is not what you want to do with Vultures. You want to be constantly sending them out, getting them killed, getting more Vultures, laying more mines. Not necessarily just to get them killed, but to try to pick up some probes, or Zealots, or High Templars, or something. You have an observer here. You shouldn't be losing stuff to mines right now. Anyway, looks like Reaper's going to be able to shut down Boom's fourth. There's some tanks here. It's going to actually cost him a lot to do it, but he will be able to overrun it. The Zealots are in the back, so he's going to take hits. Very nice stasis to hit the science vessel and the tanks. Once that turret goes out, he'll need scans to see the army. And the Zealots finally do get to the front, and unfortunately are met by Vultures, so all the Zealots are going to die, but the Goon Force is enough to take out the Vultures if they don't retreat. That Goon's going to die. And that base was shut down rather thoroughly, and he doesn't have units in position to defend this one if Reaper continues in that direction. No, he's just going to wait. He's going to play it safe just to kill these 4 units off. He doesn't want those to surround him. Doesn't want to give up a free science vessel if possible. Alright, and it looks like he's pulling back. Not going to go for that base. Anyway, now Boom's starting to get out there with his Vultures. This is the one path that allows the Vultures to get anywhere. But Cannon's going to stop him from going to take back that base. And really that base either. Oh, that's not good. Let's look for the Vultures. There we go. Only 1-1. He's not getting his +2. Oh, +2 is such a good upgrade. Okay. Max Protoss compared to 170 Terran, pretty close. Reaper's actually not populating this base. He doesn't have enough supply to populate it. It's kind of funny. Here comes the recall. And mines take out 5 Dragoons immediately, but there's still a pretty good Goon Force in there. They can do some damage to the supply depots. Gonna take out all the turrets first, though. Arbiter went down, because there were too many turrets there for it to live much longer. But what will they focus down first is the question. Looks like he's going to focus on the starport. Probably be able to stop it before that science vessel gets out. Tanks are trying to reach back there, but the space is so cluttered that it's hard for them to make their way back. More mines. Going to take out one of the Dragoons. Vulture's going to get there. Going to need to place some mines, and that will clean up the Dragoons once the mines hit. Yes, only one Dragoon left. So that recall was pretty unsuccessful. Only killed off the starport, which is nice, but probably not worth it in the end. And a lot of turrets. Doesn't matter though. Protoss was remaxed instantly, and he knew that he needed to try to do something. Sitting as a max Protoss and not attacking wasn't the right decision. So even though the attack itself didn't work out so well, it's still not a bad move from Protoss. Meanwhile, making another attack on this base just as the command center floats in. There are a lot of tanks this time around, and they're all on siege, so the Zealot bombs won't quite work, although there are High Templar in here. Storm! No! The 2 High Templar are sniped before they're able to get the storms off, and the shuttle's going to retreat instead of dropping the other 2. Smart idea. The army wasn't in position to tank the hits for them. Alright. Getting armor upgrades. What is the Protoss at? 1-0. Actually, he's getting all the upgrades. Okay. I like that move. Protoss is in a position where he really does need to try to figure out ways to spend money, because he can't invest any more in his army. About to be mined out in his first 3 bases. Already mined out in the main. Yeah, built those where the minerals were. Almost mined out as natural. Now mined out as 3rd. So he is down to he's down to 3 bases still, compared to the Terran, who is down to just 2. And actually it's 2, but this one's going to be expired soon. Terran seems to be pinned back because Boom has been playing this so passively after his initial aggression. And now it's going to be hard for Terran to take an expo. He needs to kill off this one. Reaper actually hasn't been mining here, so all these patches are still full. It's not as if he's taking a half-depleted base. And here come the shuttles. Oh, no, that's not where you want to drop your High Templar. You're just going to be killed by the tanks immediately. And Reaper's going to pull back. That's a pretty bad attack. It didn't really work out. Now he has the +2 for the siege tanks. Very good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Reaper seems to be leading with his Dragoons a lot, and it's costing him some free Dragoons. Now leading with the Zealots. Still, it's hard for him to attack through that choke. It's really slowing down his units from getting there. So even though the Zealots could rush in, he's now having trouble getting the Dragoons in behind. And losing armor to the turret. He will though, more importantly, save this base. And he's going to need to try to keep that alive for a while longer. The longer he can prevent Boom from taking it, the better. And now, these patches, less than 100 per. And stasis goes down only on the Science Vessel. Reaper's going to be forced to pull back with only 5 goons. The Arbiter can sit there, though. And once again, he's still remaxed despite losing his army. Those probes should be... He's really unable to transfer his probes. He'd probably be safe if he transferred them here. And I mean, oversaturating those 2 bases is probably better than just leaving them here. He's doing it now. Very good. Or if not, it might not be a bad move to just suicide these probes. It looks like that's what he's going to do. No, he's transferring down to the bottom, which this base definitely needs more more probes. But it's just a riskier transition. You're going to have to get through these vultures. So, his army is going to provide a nice cover to allow the probes to transfer freely. That could have been really bad, but works out for him now. Although he will still lose the army. He's just not attacking from very good angles. Every time he has to attack through this choke, his army gets bunched up, unfortunately. And oh man, that was such a big hit. It hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 goons, killing 3. And actually, these goons are going to get aggroed back into the tank, so he's going to lose his entire army once again. But he's still able to remax rather effectively, even though he's running a little bit low on the minerals. But transferring his probes here, he should be able to continue to remax effectively. Reaper is now out of minerals here. That is a lot of SCVs. That was way oversaturated. Well, because he transferred guys from his main or his natural. Maybe a couple too many guys on gas. Alright. So Protoss hasn't been doing a lot of damage with his attacks, but if he continues to keep Terran pinned like this, it's going to work out for him. That XCV actually can't repair the command center, which is kind of funny. Anyway, the longer Boom takes to take out this base, the less minerals he's gotten. It's already 1/5 of the way down, and it's just going to continue to go further down. Looks like Reaper's actually going to attack from the top or this side. There are much less defenses here, but there's not as much value to attacking this side. The army's kind of out of position in every other regard. But we'll see what he can do. Mine drags pretty good with by the Zealots to lead with just a few in the beginning. EMP goes down, gonna hit the Dragoons, but the shuttle is hiding the High Templar. They're not going to be hit by the EMP, and some good storms go down. And actually, it looks like this attack's going to hurt a lot. There's not a lot of Terran forces in the main. They are going to be able to take out this Expo though, so Terran can safely take his 5th. But he's going to lose his natural. The natural doesn't matter. What really matters is making sure he doesn't lose his main, but I'm not sure at the moment how he's going to be able to defend it. Protoss upgrades are looking pretty good at 222 at the moment. Spending his money well, getting a little bit high once again because he took that 3rd base. That should go down right away. There we go. In the meantime, is not looking good for him in this base. I don't know how he's going to be able to save it, and even though Boom finally is able to take this base, which he's not actually putting his command center over there, once he's able to take that base, he won't have any factories, and factories are really expensive. Compared to, like, gateways. They're, like, double the cost of gateways. Not to mention the supply depots are going to go down. He dematrixed the tank back here, but that Zealot will eventually be able to punch through. But more importantly, all the factories are going down. Only 6 left at the moment. Is he trying to rebuild them somewhere? He has the gas for it, but he really doesn't have the minerals for it, and he really needs to start mining here. There we go. Now we're going to start mining. Does eventually clean up all the units that were in here, but his factories are on fire. Actually, only one of them is going to burn down. There we go. He's finally able to save his base, but he really does need to rebuild the factories. Well, he's only on 2 bases, so I guess the production off of 6 factories is about what you can produce off of 2 bases. So maybe he doesn't really need to produce it. Meanwhile, recall coming down on the mineral only, and with his entire army out of position, this is going to fall really quickly. And once again, Boom's going to be reduced to just 1 base. Ooh, that was a nice stasis. I did lose the Arbiter though, unfortunate. But this army is going to be able to safely get out of there. And is he going to be able to take out this base too? If Boom loses this base as well, he won't have enough money to continue this game because he only has 1,000. That's not enough to float. That's not enough to float on. But looks like, well, only 2 siege tanks, pulling a lot of SCVs, and I think this SCV pull is actually going to save him. No, not quite. Oh, very close. But are the Goliaths from behind going to be enough? It looks like he is just barely going to be able to save this base. Nice SCV pull to save himself. Turrets are being constructed there. But it looks like Boom's not even trying to expand there. Oh, now he's starting to flip that back over. He's mining a lot of guys out of gas. I don't think he really needs the gas. Anyway, Reaper Pain isn't remaxing as quickly as he used to because he's actually only on 1 base himself. So both players on 1 base effectively. Yeah, both players on 1 base with this base not taken at the moment. So Reaper Pain might be mined out. He's gonna mine out his sooner. It's at 400 compared to 1,000, but he does have better army positioning, and he does have a lot more supply, like about 70. But he needs to win the game soon, because if he mines out, he's not going to be able to take one of these bases. Most likely, he might be able to retake this base, but I think it would be rather hard. Meanwhile, pulling his units back, and GG from Boom. Boom isn't going to try to hold on. No actives, my game here. I don't know what that means. But Reaper Pain ties it up. In a pretty drawn-out game, but good management from him overall. Just not allowing Boom to really get up his 5th base until it was a bit too late in the game. I could go up the thing. Boom. It appears AWOD does not have the replay, but he's going to get it. So, just hold on a sec. Nope. Alright. This is day 2, week 3 of the Gambit Cup presented by Twitch TV. Shout out to Nerbopolis and Prowler, our individual sponsors, and shout out to Twitch TV, who is the corporate sponsor. Twitch TV, they're really good for streaming. Everything's done pretty easily with them. You need a different program. You need a different service to actually create the video you're sending out. But aside from that, whether or not streaming is easy depending on that other service. From Twitch TV's end, everything you do with them, it's pretty straightforward. It's actually really simple. Just waiting. Yeah. Wow. I don't know how that happened. I'm looking at the Gosu Cup bracket, and on one side of the bracket you have Ace, Mazur, Jumper, Eon Zerg, Shuzi, Zaraki, and Kryok. And on the other side you have Handy and Infected. And Castro. Wow, they did not split those up evenly at all. And normally, just the seating of the brackets doesn't matter, because you just need to prove who's the best anyway. But in their format, there is no finals. It's just you need to get to the semifinals to advance. So yeah, if you're on the easy side of the bracket, it's essentially just 2 tournaments run simultaneously. And if you're on the easy side of the bracket, you don't have to play the good side of the bracket. Oh, there we go. Yep. Loading up the next replay. It appears to put in the wrong folder. Why? I don't actually know where I put it. Oh, I put it there. I don't know why I put it in set 2, but it's there anyway. Let's go into it. Game number 3 of IWL versus Pain. We have Elena versus Funny. Alright. So Funny is the brown Protoss in the bottom side. Brown. There we go. And Elena is the yellow Terran. I like Elena. I'm a fan. Because they have shown some very nice games over the past few weeks. So I'm kind of a little bit excited every time I get a cast an Elena game. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, but Elena has to go up against a pretty good person. Funny is a very nice Russian Protoss. It's going to be difficult, but we shall see. The map is Matchpoint. I love Matchpoint. Matchpoint's a great map. I wish more people liked Matchpoint. Anybody else ever find it weird that it's like a wooden ramp? It looks like you just put a bunch of like plywood down there. And it seems like a tank wouldn't be able to get up that without actually breaking it. Or even worse, a Dragoon, because I would imagine like a Dragoon weighs as much as a tank, but the weight isn't distributed over 2 treads, but like 4 points. So, I don't know why the Dragoon doesn't like punch through every time they step on that. And Funny's going to go for a gas steal. A gas steal prevents Elena from getting out a fast factory. And it can sometimes mean that, yes, that the Protoss wants to put on a little bit of pressure early in the game. And that is, it looks like that's what's going to happen. At least 1 Zealot's worth of pressure to begin with. And, ooh, Elena's not only throwing down the Manor gas, but also throwing down a Manor pylon, which prevents a wall from being made. That pylon can be cancelled. No, the pylon's not going to be cancelled. Okay, I thought that pylon was going to be cancelled, and then the coal would be left there. Then you could rebuild the pylon to prevent the SCV from mining. But this way, I guess the size difference between pylon and barracks is different than supply depot and barracks. It may or may not die before the Zealot gets there, but that's not important. A second Zealot on the way. Is he going to build a third? I imagine he would with that much money, unless he's going for an Expo. Oh, he's going to try to fast Expo behind this? Very interesting. Anyway, Pylon does go down now, and Funny's still going to go for a fast Expo despite the fact that a lot of pressure should be coming. 1 SCV is going to go down, and these 2 Marines are not in a good position to micro. He's going to run back, but there's not a building there to make a wall for the Zealots. Well, he's doing some pretty good micro. Elena's doing some pretty good micro so far. 2 Marines go down, but still 1 left. There is 1 more Zealot, so the micro battle isn't over, and still supply blocked at this point. There should be a pylon going down, yes. Let's see what the Zealot can do. 1 Marine, another Marine goes down, another Marine goes down, and now Elena's out of Marines. 1 more coming, but 1 isn't going to be able to beat that Zealot. And Zealot's focused firing down the bunker, interestingly. He could have gone for that SCV. If he's going for the bunker, I guess that means... No, he is going for the SCV now. Okay. I would be surprised if he continued the pressure, given that he was expoed. But I'm going to stop that command center from finishing for a little while longer. And I'm going to go for a couple last Marine kills. Oh, it only needs 1 more hit. And the bunker isn't done. Nice block. The Zealot is also pretty low on health. But is the Zealot just going to retreat? He is with 5 kills. Nice micro by Funny. And meanwhile, Funny's going to go for a fast second gate, as he should. behind this. Ooh. Elena hasn't even thrown on a factory yet. That command center really delayed the factory from being produced. So it'll be a while before before Elena's able to mount any kind of pressure. Anyway, that gateway finishes. It looks like Funny's going to go for some Dragoon pressure to follow it up, but standard kind of Dragoon pressure. How far away is that factory? Factory still is a little ways. I think range is going to still finish in time for a couple of shots before siege finishes on the bunker. Eventually that SCV is going to die. How did that miss? That SUV, will it actually... Okay, it doesn't live. But that Dragoon just straight up missed. It's not up a hill. There's no hills over here. Ugh. Anyway, wait until the SUV's dead before throwing down the robotics facility. Still a little bit secretive. I would imagine that he doesn't really have the money to go for Reavers and 3 gates. If he was going for Reavers, he wouldn't have built that 3rd gateway. So probably just the safer observers. Where is range? Range still has a little ways to go. And looks like he isn't going to get range done before siege tanks are out. How many Dragoons is planning on bringing? 2 so far. There's still a Hero Zealot camp on the ramp. Went in, got 5 kills, and came out. And, alright, range is now finished, so that Dragoon can take another step forward and start shooting at the barracks. Or, excuse me, at the bunker, and not at the barracks. That SUV is actually on the wrong side. It can be sniped if he's not careful. But here comes the tank. I think the barracks is big enough that the tank does have a bigger range than range Dragoons, but it's not going to be quite enough to deal with the thickness of the barracks. But he's just going to pull back now. Elena getting pretty aggressive with that tank. It might have been able to be sniped if Funny had some more goons. So we need to watch that to see if Funny does go for a snipe. Meanwhile, Funny is throwing down a 3rd base. And, stops that Spy Depot from being constructed. It's probably going to have to be canceled now because it can't be repaired. Not quite. It will nope, it's going to be killed now. With an SCV. No, still not killed. Just going in for the SCV kill. There we go. Now it takes out the Supply Depot, and it was not canceled. And now it looks like Elena's going to try to micro back his tanks. Allows one to be sniped and trade 1 tank for 1 goon. Good move by Funny to do so. And that barracks is going to need to be repaired now. Getting lots of upgrades. Mines are already done, so all the good machine shop upgrades will be finished very soon. Anyway, looks like Funny's going to go into macro mode, throwing down 3 more gateways. He does need some more gateways now that he's gotten a 3rd base up. He's going to need a lot more units to try to defend it, try to put any more pressure on Elena. Nope. Vulture's going to poke right back out. Realize there's not much they can do there. Oh, more gateways being thrown down. There are a lot of paths on this map where vultures can get in. They can come up from the bottom, they can come up this way, they can come up and around. So, it can be sometimes hard to stop them. But actually, here comes the Dragoons. Dragoons getting very aggressive here and going to take only 1 mine hit. I thought there'd be a lot more. But it looks like actually the really aggressive Dragoons are going to be able to take out all of the siege tanks and retreat. Not going to be able to quite finish off the... Well, maybe he's able to finish off the vultures. Well, that Dragoon attack might just be enough. and some more mines going down, but wow, those Dragoons took out all the Terran forces, and now we're finally going to be killed by 2 more tanks coming from the back. But that was a very costly loss for Elena, because this push now has absolutely no power. Ooh. Well, you can siege the Natural from below. You can even siege it more if he puts it here. I don't think you can quite reach the Nexus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't reach the Nexus unless you're sieging up at this point. Then all the goons can hit you. But, funny, kind of overreacted. He could only hit those 2 mineral patches. He could have been 9th on the bottom ones, but, just wants to make sure that no probes will accidentally kind of wander in that direction. Meanwhile, Vulture's doing more aggression in the back, once again forcing the probes to pull off, and getting some good kills of their own. Now, Elena's actually being very aggressive for how few units they have. What's in the shuttle? It is 2 Zealots and a Goon. And Funny's going to actually try to go down this ramp, which would be really bad if the tanks were in siege mode, but the tanks are not going to be in siege mode. They can't because of the shuttle. That was a nice mine drag by the Goon. And here they come in siege mode now, and now the Zealots are going to be dropped. Not a lot of damage done by the Zealots, but these Goons are going to be slaughtered now. He tried to bait the siege tanks into siege mode, and he did, but the Zealot bombs did not work, and now Funny's going to lose all of his forces trying to get down a ramp. Oh, and here the Zealots come after the fact. Oh, that was a very nice mine drag, and actually he's going to be able to kill all the tanks. Oh, that was a very nice mine drag. He would have been able to kill them all anyway, but it would have cost him a lot more Zealots. On the other hand, though, Funny did lose all of his goons, which is not what you want to do as Protoss. You want to be losing the Zealots and keeping your core goons alive. But it's probably still a good trade nonetheless, because it's more important for Terran to keep their tank core alive. Still no updates for Elena. Just started at +1. It's a very late +1. Alright. Still has a couple extra guys on gas. Hasn't quite transferred them all back. And Funny is now trying to set up a 4th. I don't know. Elena's been really aggressive with the Vultures. I think it's going to be hard to prevent Vulture harass on that base, because there are 2 entrances, so you'd have to wall them both off with pylons, and they're not exactly easy to. Not quite. Needs to reconstruct the barracks. Apparently it was lost at some point. Might actually burn down, because it did have a significant amount of health. Like 200. No, probably not. Anyway, Funny, good job here. Well, never mind. It was a good idea to go try to mine clear with the goons, but you should try to shoot the mines with the goons rather than run into them and get all of your goons hit except for 1. Anyway, looks like Funny's going in for an attack, though. Elena does have 6 siege tanks. It might not be enough to deal with that many speed locks. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Are there more tanks coming? There are more tanks coming. And Elena has them stretched out very nicely that one attack won't be able to kill everything off. Siege tank's able to range the goons easily. Going to keep a couple of these mines alive. But that is in a position to be mine dragged if he's not careful. Meanwhile, Vultures come up here and make sure that there are no probes left alive at that base. 2000. No, not quite. Funny's managed to put a lot of pressure, managed to turn it, where Elena was putting a lot of pressure on in the beginning game, but was able to kill it off, and now it's Funny who has pretty good map control at this point. Elena's on 3 bases right now. It's going to be kind of hard to take a 4th, and they're being scouted out, unless Elena wanted to go this way with the 4th. Vultures are going to be able to take out 2 photon cannons and then leave probably. Yeah, photon cannons are a little bit too good. There's a lot of factories. 8 factories up. Now getting the 2nd armory. That's going to finish a little bit before the science facility does. Once the science facility finishes, start +2. I don't know what A was linking in my chat. I feel I should click it, but I don't want to. It's the Reddit post again. Alright. Well, Elena is almost maxed. Funny's almost maxed. Are those High Templar? They are High Templar. Arbiters are out. Or at least one's out. Actually, that's pretty late for Arbiters, waiting until 4 bases to finally get it. But, that's okay. And, going for recall first. Elena is not looking very prepared for a recall. There are nice big patches with no mines there. We'll see. Ooh, and match point isn't very nice like that. You have to keep your forces right around here. Then when you get recalled way the hell back there, it's hard to get them back. Recall could be very effective. Elena's going for a very scary push here. Funny didn't keep his units in the middle of the map, so Terran's able to get a pretty big head start on the push. That's a couple of those dead. Laying mines here. That's pretty risky. You know they have. You know your opponent has shuttles to drop stuff. And if you're pushing up this way, you're going to be on top of the mines. If you just want to stay here, then the mines are in a good position. But if you want to move, maybe not. Those Marines are still alive from the beginning of the game. Ooh, that's a good stasis, and the Arbiter even gets away without taking any damage. And it looks like here comes the attack from Funny. Those are some pretty big mine drags, regardless of the mines being in an okay position. And is there enough stuff? He's storming the Vultures. Now storming a couple tanks. I think Funny's going to be able to break this just barely. It's going to be close. More Vultures coming in from the back, and no! But Funny's not able to break it. The last few siege tanks are too good. And once these he's bringing in more siege tanks, and now once these siege tanks come on stasis, he still has a very strong tank core. He just needs to add more Vultures, which are easier to add. They're just kind of scattered about. There's 7 there, and then like one more round, and he's right back where he was essentially. So that attack from Funny looks pretty good for a while, but there's just so many tanks still from Elena, and when your attack doesn't kill tanks, it's hard to call it a success, no matter how good it looked otherwise. Elena's actually going to go up and take out the farther away base. This base is more valuable in terms of minerals and has a gas, but it takes you farther away from defending any of your own bases. So it can be a little risky sometimes to make the attack in that direction with your entire army. Zealot's still scouting up to make sure that a fourth is not taken there, but a fourth has been taken at the bottom. Zealot scouts it out. Ooh, it has a lot of kills already. So, very nice storms going down. Actually attacking from a really nice angle. Managing to come downhill, but there might not be enough... Oh, there is enough stuff with the storms. Some very nice storms are what's going to win the battle for Funny here. And Elena lost the really big tank core. Well, actually, no. He's not going to quite take it out. But, still, that was definitely a good trade for Funny this time around. Funny still has a lot of money left over. Elena behind about 30 supply, which is okay, but Funny's going to remax a lot quicker, so not so good. Boom. Anyway, Elena's setting up a fourth and a fifth base soon that Crankstar is floating over. Meanwhile, Funny has taken a fifth base of his own, so the map is now in a split situation. Funny did get his map faster, so he'll have a little bit of a better economy, but if he can't press the advantage now, it won't be better for him. Protoss loses to Terran in split map. So, Funny, while he's looking pretty good at the moment, really needs to push an advantage. It's not his type of advantage that you can sit on. It's not mining. What are the upgrades looking like? Only one upgrades for Funny, but that's probably a bit of a mistake considering how much money he has. He could just throw down that upgrade now. And Elena at 2-1 does not have as much money, so it's understandable why they didn't continue. It looks like this base is going to be sieged down. It's probably not going to be able to be defended. This Arbiter's just like lurking. As if it's waiting for a recall. Just waiting for the order to do it. Anyway, looks like this base is going to go down. He's probably going to lose too many vultures doing it, because units are glitching out, but whatever. He actually loses a whole lot of stuff trying to take out these cannons. And now it's unpowered, finally. And next is going to go down. But here comes the Protoss army from behind. Terran isn't in the best of positions with some of their units being stuck in here and having lost a lot of the vultures to soak up the damage. And actually, Funny's going to be able to take this out. He still did lose the Nexus, which is bad, but it's going to be alright in the end. Does he have enough stuff to actually break this base? It looks like he does. Elena doesn't have anything in the general, any reinforcements to bring down there. And I don't think 2 tanks, 2 vultures is going to be enough to hold it. And stasis goes down, so there are no tanks left, only some vultures and some mines to defend. He's actually going to lose a couple arbiters. He might lose all of his arbiters to missile turrets. That would be a bit of a mistake. Loses 2, the other one pretty heavily damaged. Less than half. And he needs to be really careful with that arbiter. And Elena's going to go in, going to be able to kill off these vultures very easily, and it looks like Funny's going to be able to take out this base. Even when these siege tanks pop, it's not going to matter. He really needs to go take out the missile turret so the arbiter doesn't die. Oh, Elena still has stuff back here that was stasis. He should really bring it down here to try to save this base. If Elena loses that base, he's not mining from a lot. He has just a little bit more here than that 5th. Siege tank sieged a little farther back. Going to be good. And oh, the goons are glitching out. The goons are glitching out. Alright, now they're not glitching out because vultures come and save them. But actually, they're going to lose a battle that they might have been able to win with proper micro. Oh, that's stupid goons. Stupid goons. Anyway, Elena saved the 4th and actually didn't suffer any economic damage from it. Or not significant amount. Maybe lost some SCVs. And Storm goes down. Going to be able to clean up these last few units. Might lose the High Templar though. There we go. Loses the High Templar. So 180 supply compared to 127. Funny's been able to produce faster, but he's also going to run out of money pretty soon here. He has that mineral patch with a 16 and 1 base, considering that he's not able to keep this secure. So Elena, despite being 50 supply behind, might be able to win this. I mean, Terran's, it's okay to be a little bit behind, but you don't want to be 50 behind. And it looks like everything's be okay. That's a different Arbiter. The other one was injured. So he has a new Arbiter in the strike formation. And Funny really needs to make this push work. If he's not able to secure this bottom base, I think he's going to lose the game, because he probably can't kill Terran in time before that last base mines out. He's going to have a hard time remaxing until he takes a second mining base. And the Terran army's not in position to stop this attack. It's in position to put pressure back on. What are they going to go for? They could take out this base and then keep Funny on one, or they could go for another attack down here. It looks like Terran's once again going to try to take out this base. This time looking a bit more successful, and it looks like well, actually this base is going to take a while. Not going to be able to set up that base for a while. And oh no, Funny's going to be out. Funny's not going to be mining. Funny's not mining, and there are tanks on the high ground. That Arbiter needs to. Oh, it's got EMP'd. This Arbiter needs to come back and stasis that tank club, otherwise he's not going to be able to do any damage to this. No, he's just going to pull back. There's not much he can do at this point. Oh, he's not mining at all. He's building cannons to take out a command center that's almost fully constructed. And he still needs to worry so much about this huge force. He can't just be reckless with this army, even if it is strong. Meanwhile, Elena still has one mining base here, both with lots of minerals, but otherwise nothing else. But 2 bases is definitely more than no bases. And they hasn't even started the Nexus yet. It's going to be so long before mining can start from this base. He needs to start on a Nexus. He actually just barely has enough money for a Nexus. And here comes Elena to attack from the other direction. He sacrificed all the vultures to try to stall that base from being set up. So this army is actually kind of vulnerable, but it doesn't matter because this army can be rebuilt. Looks like there was a recall on Elena's 4th, and he's going to be able to take it out, but Elena still does have 1 mining base. And that Nexus is still so far away, he has no money, he can't build anything else. So the tanks are just going to come down here and just crush everything in their path. He can't afford to actually engage those tanks, because he can't afford to replace his units at this point. Well, he's going to be able to take out this base as well. So Elena's not mining either, and Elena doesn't have a lot of money of their own. Elena needs to pretty quickly clear this up and rebuild the command center. He doesn't have enough money for a command center. He's going to have to float one. And here comes the Terran push down, still doing a lot of damage. Storming science vessels, kills all... No, gets all the science vessels, and another very nice storm is going to injure a lot of these tanks. And has to deal with these cannons. This is a pretty tense situation. Neither player has money, and it's almost a base race, but Terran got a head start. Funny's going to have to push through a lot more stuff. And where is the command center being floated out? He really does need to lift this. He can't lift it out. He doesn't have enough stuff to actually break this. So neither player can mine at this point. But this Nexus is going to finish. This Nexus finally finishes, and Funny is going to be able to mine from there. Unless he loses all of his probes. No, he's pulling his probes back. So Elena went from 2 bases versus no bases, and now Elena has no bases, and Funny has this 1 base, and that might be the difference this game. Oh man, this is still a very scary push though. Funny could definitely mess this up and not be able to remax. It's still only mining off of 1 base. It's not enough to really produce at high levels. But let's see how much damage he can do. He's losing all of his zealots, and there's still so many tanks. But there's no science vessel. He needs to scan. He needs to scan. Oh no, High Templar still all the tanks. And GG from Elena. Oh man, a very nice game played by both players. But Funny just barely able to pull it out. Oh. I want to check something real quick. Next set is starting soon. Just need to download the replay. Alright. This was the third set. Moving on to the fourth. Oh. Hey, Elena's in chat. Elena! Dude, I'm a fan. I'm an Elena fan. I did not put it in the folder this time around. Go Hackle Beast! Exclamation point. Moving into set 4. We have IWL Executor. Executor. Is that how you spell it? Executor. And now we have Haskell. Jumped the gun on Haskell the first time around, but now we really do have Haskell. Haskell is red. Executor is whitish. Right? Yep. Good stuff. Oh, that's not what I want to change. I want to change the text color. Boom. So game 3 on Pathfinder, a PvP. PvP on this map. The only significant change that this map causes is that there are drops. Drops are easier. So we might have to look out for that. And you can also storm the mineral line from behind. If you have your expansion running here, you can run Templars around and right behind this little wall here and storm over it. So I would expect to see more Templar focused play rather than Reavers, but it could be Reaver drops are also possible as well. This is just my guess. Executor is going to shout in the right position. Haskell not. Okay. A gas deal by Executor. Interesting. Yeah, he's gonna take his own gas. So, Haskell's goons will be quite delayed. In fact, Haskell's not even gonna bother to go for the 4th, just going to go for a 2-gate. This map has a pretty small rush distance, so it's possible that a 2-gate could be rather effective even with this gas deal, just ignoring the gas deal. But we shall see. Executor is going to be forced to build Zealots. He's actually not going to be able to throw down the core for a while just because he needs to continue to produce Zealots and Pylons. Now, there we go, 2 Zealots being produced. Oh, okay. Executor's going to go for a 2-gate as well. But he added a gas, and he's actually mining a lot of gas off of 2 guys on gas. So, he's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage with his 2-gate. Because he's invested, he's going to be like 112 minerals less. Minus 100 for the gas. Whatever this gas counter is, that's how much he's behind. But he's going to throw down a core now. Haskell's actually just not bothering with that with the assimilator. It's kind of funny. He's starting to get pretty high in the money. He could throw down another gateway, or he could go for a fast expo, which would be really cool, I think. because he knows he's going to have a lot more zealots out. But no, he's going to go now take out the assimilator. He's going to go for a core. Okay. We'll see how much pressure he can put on with 2 zealots. Executor's only making... Okay, no, he's already made 2 zealots. So, 2 zealots versus 2 zealots. He's actually going to pull one of them back. Or both of them back, excuse me. And Haski's continuing to produce a lot of zealots. He still has a good amount of money. He could throw down the core if he wanted to. Anyway, goons are on the way for Executor and researching the range. Okay. Scouting probe manages to get out of there. Kind of gets confused by the egg. But it's fine. Now throwing down a core and assimilator, so his goon range is going to be a bit later. It's going to give Executor a little bit of a window if he wants to attack when his goon range happens and his opponent doesn't. He'll also have more goons because he can't produce goons until the cyber core is done. But that goon's going to have to do some pretty good micro here because one... goon almost loses one-on-one versus zealot, and there are a lot more than one zealot. Is he gonna get trapped? Oh, not quite. 2 goons versus 6 zealots. Husky can just attack with 2 zealots per goon. Oh, there are now more goons. Okay, and looks like he's gonna try to go up the ramp. He's gonna get most of the zealots in. He didn't block the ramp, so it's not gonna be fairly effective. And all the zealots are gonna go down pretty quickly. And still 6 zealots versus 4 goons. Now he's able to starting to micro against the zealots, and a lot of these zealots are injured, so he will be able to pick a lot of them off. One zealot does go for the mineral line, trying to distract the goons with his other zealots and force Executor to have to use really good micro to live. But looks like Executor does a sufficient micro. How many kills does he have? 2 kills, 3 kills? Might get another one? No, not quite. Needed one more shot. So that was some nice micro by Executor, managing the situation okay. He didn't quite block the ramp. That was the only issue. But other than that, he did everything else well. And he's going to go and try to throw down a lot of cannons to defend against the goons. How close is his range to being done? Hasn't been started. Oh, okay. He definitely needs these cannons then, because ranged goons are so much better than non-ranged goons. Well, there's still a lot of goons though. He's going to pull probes. Cannons are going to die pretty quickly. Goons are very good at killing cannons. But, Hask's going to have some really nice probe micro to do this. Because there are just too many goons here. The cannon goes down, the goon's going to go down. Uh-oh. Hask has some problems. Another goon coming out. Oh no. A robo down. What the heck is he going to throw down behind the robo? I'm not sure. But if he loses this base, that's Haski's at one advantage in this game. And if it goes down, he will he's gonna have to GG pretty shortly after. He loses all of his probes, 27 compared to 47 supply. Well, that's one way to stop the goons from attacking. Blitz them the hell out. Anyway, Executor's taking an expansion of his own. His is going to be a lot safer. Oh, Husky has issues. He has 3 gateways and no tech compared to 3 gateways and an observatory and an expo. Nexus goes down. That contain is not going to... Is he actually going to pull back? He's going to pull back. I thought he could just put up a contain here and really force Husky to get Reavers before being able to take his natural. But no, he's just going to pull back. He's satisfied with the damage he's done. I'm kind of surprised. Well, Executor... I understand why Executor is going for observers. Just to make sure he doesn't lose the DPs. But I kind of like to see him get some pretty quick Reavers too. 34 supply and supply blocked at that compared to 56. 41 to 56. So we've got behind 15 now. That's a little better. He's pumping out a lot of Zealots. Ooh, Zealots are kind of like Scourge in ZVZ. They only work if your opponent's micro is bad. So when you build Zealots, you're just kind of hoping that your opponent messes up. But we'll see. People are talking about stuff in the chat. Yeah. The first game was Modesty versus... I can't remember who Modesty was playing. It was a Zord. Anyway, Executor has a lot of goons, and his supply lead's gonna grow a lot faster because he has a natural up. It's at almost 40 now. Still not going for tech, which is kind of weird. Oh, he's getting Zealot speed. Yeah, that's right. It was Finito versus Modesty in the first set. Anyway, Ashley's going to go for an attack. He's doing his attack blind because he doesn't have observers at the scout. So he's just hoping he can do something here. 91 to 61. And his army's a lot in slow lots. Ooh. Executor's running away with this force. He's actually going to get a really nice sandwich in. This is going to be so painful for Husky. Here comes Executor from behind. Oh, Husky. Husky can't even retreat anymore. You're not going to micro goons though, so the Zealots are going to be okayly effective, but it doesn't matter. There's just so much stuff. And there goes Husky's army. It's 90 supply compared to 40. Yeah, and now Executor can just go kill him. Feed's done. We'll have 5 Dragoons to try to defend. Probably not going to be enough. We'll have high ground. That's nice. Yeah, kind of bones. Alright then, GG. Executor takes a 3-1. Pain still looking for their first win of the season. Alright. Pain needs to win 3 in a row to get their first win. It's going to be hard. IWL is a bunch of Russians, and the Russians are good at StarCraft. So let's see who we have. We have Bandy versus Cutie. Alright. Bandy versus... I think it's just lowercase Q E. There we go. Alright. And Bandy is blue. And Cutie is green. So a ZVZ on Aztec. Let's see, these can kill each other. Alright. Well, Bandy's going to scout in the correct direction, Cutie in the wrong direction. So that's kind of unfortunate for him. I'm being told by Dragon that Cutie is not very good in ZVZ. I don't know. 9 pool. Whoa. Cutie, that is the lowest spam APM I have ever seen in a casted game that I've done. I mean, sure, my APM is lower than that, but you know what, man? He doesn't spam. He's just like, this is my APM, I don't care. I'm gonna 12 pool. I got the BO counter. I don't need your 330 APM. I need less than half that. It's fine. Alright, so Bandy will get his wings out sooner, but Cutie will have a better economy and be able to throw down a natural, which he should be able to defend. It's going to be a little harder on this map because of the reverse ramp, but not too much harder. He should be able to be just fine if he pulls the appropriate amount of probes, or drones, I mean. And then Bandy will have faster Mutalisks, and he will either have to win really quickly with the Zerglings, or win really quickly with the Mutalisks, because if it's drawn out Zerglings or drawn out Mutalisks, he won't be able to compete, and he will probably be outmatched. I can't actually see what's on the eggs, because Bandy's blocking it with the Overlord. Alright, his APM's jumping up now with the stuff to do. Wow, Bandy with some pretty bad lane control right there. Loses 4, kills none. Alright, so he no longer has a link advantage. LRM versus SAS hasn't started. It will be next. Yeah, Bandy's gonna have to win with faster Mutalisks. And that's his hope right now. And his Mutalisks won't even be that much faster, because Cutie got a pretty fast flare. He actually didn't get speed. Or, excuse me, he did get speed. No, he had speed. Yeah, Bandy's not going to be able to break that. Doesn't have enough lings. And, nope. Yeah, Bandy has some problems. Spire down. And is Cutie going to go for a counterattack of his own? I think that should be a pretty good move. Forcing Brandy on a bad economy to throw down some Sunkens might be effective. And it's going to be pretty hard. And if Cutie puts on a contain here, it's going to be kind of hard for Brandy to fake out. But no, Brandy makes a bunch more Zerglings. Cutie might not have enough stuff. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So even Zergling numbers if Cutie wanted to go for it, but he's not going to bother. Ooh, Brandy actually snucks with Zerglings into the base, picks off 1 drone. Alright, picks off 1 drone. Nice move, but gonna lose the rest of his Zerglings. Ooh. He not only picked off 1 drone, he delayed that Spire. He delayed that Spire to the point that Cutie's going to have to throw down Sunken Colonies instead. There isn't a patch for destroyed Spire, so it looks like he canceled it. Nice move by the drones. Well, let's see how effective Brandy's Mutalisk can be. He's only making 1 right now. And there's a second one. But here come a lot of lings. He's actually going to have a hard time holding off these lings. There's a Sunken there. He should be able to hold it off. But he's not actually... He's engaging with his lings too early, not in range of the Sunken. He's going to lose a lot of them But Cutie is going to pull back. The Mutalisk and the Slink is going to be too much for him to handle. He's not going to be able to snipe much. Meanwhile, throwing down some spore colonies. And he still hasn't thrown down a lair yet. Excuse me, not a lair, a spire yet. He's investing so much into these spore colonies that he doesn't have the money for it. And Bandy's going to come in with his one Mutalisk. That's not going to be enough to deal with the spore colonies. But Bandy will have map control, and will be able to take a natural if he wants it. 3 Mutalisks now. And you try to snipe something, but they can't kill that fast enough. Scourge's going to kill the Overlord, and Cutie's going to be supply blocked again. That's not going to work. Very close to losing that Mutalisk. Very close to losing that Mutalisk. And now the Spire's going down. It still has a ways to go. It's a 22 supply compared to 22. But the difference being that a lot of the supply is in drones for Cutie, and a lot of supply is in Mutalisks for Bandy. It looks like he's going to go for another attack. He has more Zerglings here, but with Mutalisk support, it shouldn't matter. Trying to stall the Zerglings long enough for the Mutalisk to get back there. Oh, the Zerglings actually are going to stop the Echo from going down. Nice. And Bandy doesn't have anything else to do with his Mutalisk, so he can afford to just allow them to chase around the Zerglings. 23 to 22. Spire is done now, immediately starting Air Carapace. Interesting to not try to build more Mutalisks. And only builds 2 Mutalisks to start off. That's all he has money for, with a third one now. Is Bandy going for upgrades? No, Bandy is not going for upgrades. Alright. Well, Cutie's going to go for another run by. No Zerglings there, but Mutalisks. And the Mutalisk Sunken combo should be enough to stop these from doing too much damage to drones. In fact, they're going to pull back. They can't target down the hatchery before the Mutalisk actually kill them. Cutie didn't lose too many drones there. I think he lost a couple. But the Mutalisks are out. And now Cutie's actually going to be able to produce Mutalisks rather quickly. He's on 2 bases and 2 gas. And Bandy still hasn't gotten that second gas yet. AWA has left the game. Okay. There's an Overlord hiding down here. I don't know why. Ooh, 41 compared to 27 supply. Yeah, I think Cutie has this for Team Pain, just because he had that natural up so much longer, and Bandy didn't build one. He wanted to call him Brandy, because that seems like a better name for a Russian player. Whatever. Here come the Mutalisks now. Bandy didn't throw down any spore colonies, so he's going to have to use Mutalisks to defend it. I think he has a smaller flock. Only snipes 1 drone, and now the Mutalisks engage. It's a pretty big battle that looks like Cutie does have more guys. The +1 hasn't kicked in yet. I'm not even sure if he's still researching it. I think it would have kicked in if he had. No, still has a little bit more time to go for the +1, but it doesn't matter. Easily able to take him out. And Cutie, continuing to give Pain life, brings it to 2 to 3. I don't have the next set. Stop teaching LML how to properly format stuff and send me next replay. Set 6 is a walkover. For which team? Oh. Apparently IWL wins. Yay, IWL! Congratulations. Let's go LRM for SAS. Sounds good to me. LRM. The people who won for Pain were Cutie and somebody else. I forget. Was it Reaper? I think it was Reaper. I think it was Reaper and Cutie. Oops, especially LSP0. Alright, where am I putting these? There we go. Let's go in next. Let's go into LRM versus SAS. Shout out to the sponsors once again. Thank you, Nervopolis. Thank you, Prowler. And thank you, Twitch TV, for sponsoring. But we have a pretty good clan war coming up between LRM and SAS. It would appear LRM has Castro out, and SAS has Ace. Pretty good players, if I do say so myself. LRM... They just attack with a parenthesis, right? Yeah. Is it like that? I hate it when they do that. They mix up the ordering, so they're like two lowercase letters together, so that they can capitalize the last one. Don't do that. Ace. Anyway, Castro versus Ace. Now, as I said, two very good players. Castro, Peruvian Zerg. He's a Peruvian Zerg, that pretty much sums up him. And Ace is, he's fucking Ace. He's really solid. He just plays standard and wins. So both players getting an overlord with something. Let's see which one. Both players up above 200 minerals. Well, it looks like Castro's going for the 12 hatch. It looks like both players are in fact going for a 12 hatch. No, they're going for a 12 pool. I've been tricked by this too many times now. Okay, Ace was going for the 12 hatch. But it's an in-base 12 hatch. He's going Yuck style. And now the spawning pool. So, Ace is going to try to win with Lings. That's the great hope here. And not allow Castro to take his Expo. If Castro takes his Expo, he kind of lost him. Ooh. Castro is also going for an in-base second hatch. He hasn't scouted Ace yet, so it's not a reaction or anything. It's just both players were deciding to go for an in-base hatch rate. Interesting. This is going to make for a kind of interesting battle, because it won't be just Zergling versus Zergling, or Mutalisk versus Mutalisk. You do this so that you can pump Mutalisks out of one hatchery, but then you can try to overwhelm your opponent with additional amounts of Zerglings off of the second hatchery. You don't have enough money to produce Mutalisks off of both of them. So both players will be having primarily Mutalisks, but with some extra Lings just to throw around. And it's going to be interesting to see the combination of the Zergling plus Mutalisk for both sides. Anyway, excuse me. Neither player really wants to come out quite yet because the Ling numbers haven't really picked up. And I don't think either player scout each other yet. Castro, nope. Castro's a little ways to go. Ace is seeing the Ling. So Ace may or may not know what's going on based on that Ling number. I don't know. I don't know if Zerg players can tell based on just this what's going on. But it doesn't really matter because the Overlord will get there soon. That's similar to the lair timings. Pretty similar. Castro's was a little bit ahead. 18 versus 21 supply. Ooh. Ace actually has 3 more supply. Interesting. Where's that 3 supply? Is it in drones or encircling? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. 14. So I guess Ace has both more Zerglings and more drones. And he got that from having a slightly faster hatch rate, so he's going to have a slim advantage moving into the rest of the game. Oh, where are the spires? Spire timing should be rather similar as well. Oops, wrong thing. Yes, Castro still with a little bit of an advantage, but but the difference is negligible. It'll take the mules that much time to fly over. Like that Overlord's chasing that Overlord. I'm pretty sure it is actually chasing that Overlord, so that he knows where to send the Mutalisks. So it's kind of funny to watch an Overlord chase an Overlord. Where did Ace hide his Overlord? He had one over here. In this direction. And here come the first 4 Mutalisks. How many Mutalisks did Castro pop? Maybe it's not 4 Mutalisks. 2 and 2 compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ace went with 5 Mutalisks. Castro 2 Mutalisks, 4 Scourge. I guess that Overlord has given up the pursuit. So Castro's gonna have to get some Scourge hits. If he doesn't get Scourge hits, and Ace is able to micro the Scourge down, which is very likely, he is Ace, then Castro will be behind in the Mutalisk battle by 3 already, and that's pretty big in ZVZ, especially in the early game. So Castro really needs to get a couple hits off. Anyway, looks like Ace wants to establish his Expo. Castro also looking to take an Expo. That's just funny how many Zerglings there are, and then one Zergling just runs right down the middle. Looks like Castro's also going to take his Expo relatively soon. He's positioning his Zerglings to do so, but hasn't quite yet. This is just going to further extend Ace's lead if he takes this Expo that much faster, which is looking like he will. It's going to be scouted by Castro. I assume that's going to cause Castro to react. How much of a supply did it cost him? 40 supply compared to 46, so he's now behind 6 supply. He went from a 3 ahead to 4. Is a turn of 10 supply. So Castro could attack right now, but I'm not sure he wants to. He does have, I think he has Snip. No, I'm not sure if he has more Lings than Ace. Waiting for him to stop moving. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20-ish. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24. And then there are more that the Mutalisks were hiding. I'm going to say about 30-ish. 30 versus 20. But if Castro doesn't go soon, Ace is going to crush him when the Mutalisk numbers with that second gas. He's going to be able to produce at double the rate. And it looks like Castro is going for it now. Where is the Ace of Mutalisk block? Here it is. See what he can do. One Scourge already down. Nice. Well, it was nice micro by Ace, but he allowed a couple to hit at the end. And Castro's going to be forced to pull back now. Whoa! He lost a lot of Lings there. Castro sent only half of his Lings in. He should have won that battle easily, but actually lost by sending in half. That was a big mistake by Castro, and now the supplies are even. He lost his huge advantage. He still does have some Lings on the ground, but his Mutalisk numbers are significantly less, and these Lings are going to be able to clean up really easily. And then Ace is going to have a huge supply difference. 37 compared to 34? Okay, not that big of a supply difference yet, only 4 at the moment. But with his base kicking in, Ace is only going to be able to extend it That was a really big mistake by Castro, and Ace probably still would have been in a good position had Castro won that Ling battle really decisively. But because there were only 10 Lings and not 20 Lings, it allowed the Mutalisk to really easily pick them off. So is he getting any upgrades? No. No upgrades for Ace, no upgrades for Castro. Castro's now throwing down a hatchery, but that's going to be a bit too late. I think Ace can attack before that hatchery pops, and certainly before the effects of it kick in. And how many Mutalisks is he going to wait for before he goes for it? Oh, he's building Scourge right now. 41 supply compared to 38. Looking at the drone numbers, is Ace really behind in drones? 3, 7? Wow. 7 with 5 on gas compared to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 3 on gas. So Ace isn't drone up at all, really, but he's going to go for the attack now. And able to get some kills and nice curves at the end. But he's going to pull back now, and there's a lot of Lings coming out from Castro. This is what you want to do with the Yuck-style build against a normal opponent, is you kind of trade Mutalisks and have about even numbers, but then you have an extra 8 Lings, and you win with your 8 Lings. 36 to 33. I'm really surprised that Ace isn't able to zoom ahead in production, but he doesn't have that many more drones is the issue. He doesn't have enough stuff to produce off of that many hatcheries. He's actually going to let his natural hatchery die. And loses some Mutalisk to Scourge, and Ace is falling apart here. It's a 33 compared to 33. The supply PV been evened up, but Ace lost his natural hatchery, and Castro now has his up. So Castro is now taking a nice advantage. He just needs to continue with the pressure and not die himself. Where are the Mutalisks? Here are the Mutalisks. Hard to tell exactly how many there are, but it only looks like 3? 3 Mutalisks? Ace definitely has more than 3. Ace still has a fearsome number of Mutalisks. If he goes for the attack now, Castro might not be able to get out enough Mutalisks. But I think that he shouldn't chase the Zerglings good. He's not. He's coming back down. How many Mutalisks now? It only looks like 3 Mutalisks compared to 7 maybe for Ace. And he's going to go for the attack. Pincer maneuver by the Scourge. Some are killed, some are not, but it's still 5 versus 2? 5 versus 1? He's actually going to run away. He's going to go for some drone kills now, because he's able to, and more Mutalisks are coming in. Castro has no Air Force left, and Ace still has 5 or 6 Mutalisks. But Castro's going to go for the Zergling attack. This is the Yuck style. It's just like, well, I don't need to win the Mutalisk battle. I can just kill you with Zerglings. Let's see if Ace can hold it off, because the Zerglings can be able to kill faster than Ace can. There's not much left here, though. It's going to be a pretty even race. And oh no, the Scourge come out. The Scourge come out and kill off a lot of the Mutalisks. Oh, that was huge by Ace. He was too focused microing this battle back here. He lost all of his Mutalisks. He actually can't kill the drones very quickly anymore. And now Castro did some good damage with his own Lings. Oh no, Castro's going to win with the Lings. Yup style prevails once again. And Castro takes the first set. Out of the next replay up. Drop it in there. Alright. Let's go into game number 2 of SAS versus LRM. We have Ziki versus Bakuryu. More high-level ZBZ action. Or as Elegant would say, Bakuryu. I still find that really funny. And, wow, Zeke? No, there's a Y. Right? I can't remember now how to spell Zeke's name. The Y's at the end. Got it. Zeke. There we go. And Zeke is teal. Bakuyu is purple. Excuse me. Alright. So 450 and 180. It's okay, man. It's Bakuyu. Doesn't need APM. Alright, looks like Zeke went for a 9 pool. Bakuyu does love his 12 pool. And he tends to go for 12 pool more than other ones. Let's see if he does it now. Still a ways away from him, throwing it down. Oh, no. He's going to go for a 12 hatch. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, he's going to need to out-micro Zeke in his 427 APM. Good luck. And Zeke's even going for speed. 9 full speed. That's brutal. Bakuyu. Oh, it just started. Oh, Bakuyu. Bakuyu with 100 APM? Wait, they both like just suddenly dropped 100 APM. I wonder if that's like a bug in the Breed War script. Well, Bakuyu sees the lings, and this is where he shits himself. He's gonna cancel the hatchery. He's gonna throw down the creep colony, and well, I guess it's the advantage of doing it on a 2-player map. He knew he'd be able to see them if the 9 pool was coming out. But the spawning pool still has a little bit more time to go, and the lings are getting there. If Zeke goes for it now, I don't know if the front colony will actually finish. Well, it should be just about finished. How many sets of lings is he making? He is making 6. So he might be just in the nick of time, and if he can hold off Zeke's lings, he does have the economic advantage getting more drones. Well, we'll have to see. It's going to be tough. Oh, looking pretty good so far. Both players getting their layers. Zeke is only a little bit ahead, not too much. And Zeke can go for an expo of his own. Is Zeke gonna sunken rush? Zeke might be going for a sunken rush. We'll see. Speed's finished. Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure that putting a sunken here is not in range of the other sunken. And actually, Bakuyu's going to go for the attack, and he's going to lose because speedlings not only are faster, but actually do attack faster. So it's not only a speed upgrade, but an attack upgrade as well. That might be really costly to Bakuyu because he's going to have trouble holding off this sunken. He's going to have trouble holding off this sunken. Bakuyu throws down a creep colony of his own. It's a little bit behind, but only going to be a difference of a couple hits. See, man. We'll see. Spire going down. Where's Bakuyu's Spire? Bakuyu's Spire is still a bit behind. And Bakuyu's once again going for the attack, pulling a bunch of drones this time around. And speed has finished for Bakuyu. Oh, he didn't actually morph that into a sunken. He's going to sacrifice all of his link to try to take out the sunken. And 7 health. 7 health, 5 health sunken. Oh, no. Oh, he's not actually shooting at the other sunken, though. So that sunken will be able to kill Zeke's sunken as soon as it finishes. But he did lose a lot of lings and a couple of drones in the process. He's at 8 supply compared to 20. Oh, and the Mutalisks. Oh, the Mutalisks just started morphing. Baki's not going to be able to get on an Evo chamber or anything like that. And Mutalisk, he's not going to be able to produce a bunch of Mutalisks. See, he has enough money for 3. He has enough money for 3, man. He's going to take the micro of his life. Oh, Bakuryu. That's Sunken Colony. Very nice move by Zeke. 13 supply compared to 22. Close to double. And, ooh, Zeke's actually going to try to supply block Bakuryu? Alright. An interesting decision. He's certainly going to be able to pick off the Overlord. It won't quite supply block him because Bakuryu had so little to begin with. And Bakuryu is in fact going to supply block Zeke if he finishes it off. And now Zeke actually has fewer Mutalisks than Bakuryu, but Bakuryu taking a Scourge hit. So, whoa, I didn't know other people could clear the chat. Okay, that surprised me. Anyway, Bakuryu's losing his drones. He's morphing some Scourge, but probably not going to be enough. He's even going to get all the hits, and even if he does, it's a 26 supply compared to 7. Here comes 2 links from Bakuryu, but doesn't matter. GG. 1-1. Alright, set number 3 of Twitch TV Gambit Cup, sponsored by Twitch TV, Prowler, and Nervopolis. Let's go. We have another Zerg. Hello, I'm Cole? Is this supposed to be Cole? I'm gonna guess it's Cole? Cow. Versus, Kai's Lime. Yeah, apparently it is Cole. Guessed it right. This Terran player, I never know exactly how to pronounce his name, because I could go Skyline, because that's what I think it's supposed to be. Or I could go Skizlime, because that's what it actually is. And I end up just splitting the difference and saying Skylime. I don't know. Well, you're saying just Sky, but is it Sky or Skiz? And Pez, I don't know how to pronounce that, because I don't know what sound that A makes with the dash. The English alphabet does not have that letter. Anyway, throwing down a barracks. It's not too far forward, so maybe not one racks FE. Could be looking to go for something a little bit different. Just call me asterisk, 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 space, asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Alright, man. It looks like Salim is going to go for a fast expo. He has enough money for it. Or he's saving up money that he could be putting toward a refinery or a barracks if he wasn't. Meanwhile, Cole went for a 12 patch. Yeah, 12 patch. That's a really recessed barracks if you're going for 1 rack FE. A lot of times, if you're going for 1 rack FE, you put it out here to try to make a wall, or even a little bit closer up to this point. But it's really recessed. It's going to be able to defend his main really easily, but if there is early pressure on his natural, not so much. A little bit of a trade-off. Anyway, here goes the command center. 1 Marine to defend. He may need a bunker, but not immediately, because Cole did go for the late pool. And this SUV is actually going to be able to see it. He's going to see 2 eggs hatching, only 1 is a Zergling now. So it looks like he's going to be safe in the other game, because Cole is just going super economic. Which is fine. Economy is good. Alright. Cole's actually starting a pretty fast layer. Before speed? Yep, layer before speed. Which makes sense considering how few Zerglings he has out. Is he just going to go 2-hatch Muta? It's looking like he's just going to go 2-hatch Muta. Alright, man. Getting back to your roots. That's what Cole does. Cole does the 2-hatch Muta. Skyline getting the earlier engineering bay, which is good. He can throw down turrets if he wants to. That is an airplane. Anyway, Spire going down. Well, Skyline good to defend against this. Did you have the Academy up? The Academy is actually pretty far away. He should still be able to get range up in time, but it's going to be a little close. And ooh, is he going to go for it? It looks like Skyline's going to push out a bit. He needs some of those Marines to defend. If he doesn't have any of them left, or if they're all on the other side of the map, then he won't be able to hold off the Mutalisk even with turrets. But he's pulling back. Just trying to shoo away some Zerglings. Anyway, Spire almost done. Is Cole saving up his larva? There are at least 2 here. Yes, 3 pop here, and a 3rd one should pop there soon. Generally soon. Anyway, first 2 turrets go down. Well, he has 2 turrets covering the natural, which is good. 3rd turret covering the natural. 2 turrets covering the barracks, which is good. Nothing covering the main. Looking a bit vulnerable in that regard. I think this Overlord can get a little bit closer. See what's going on a bit better. Anyway, Cole has expanded to take it his 3rd. But let's see what he can do with his 2-hatch Muta. 6 on the field so far. Well, still haven't thrown down any turrets, and the Mutalisks are going to bypass the natural and go straight for the main. Able to snipe the medic. That's such a nice stack. There's like 6 Mutalisks there, and it's just so perfectly done. Kind of cool. I'm not sure where Cole wants to poke, though. Really should be flying up and around this way. There's a sizable Marine force here. Skyline's now throwing down turrets, but Cole getting a little bit careless there, allowing Skyline to get some shots on target. And now he's going in for the back, and this is where Skyline is most vulnerable. There's not anything here, and he can run away from the Marines pretty effectively now. And that 1 turret's not going to be enough to really stop Cole from flying in that direction. Those 2 turrets are. He needs a bunch on the way out, but did get some SCV kills, which is nice. He still needs to do more damage to justify the 2 Ashmuta. And some Zerglings. Are they going to try to snipe some turrets? Looks like they're going to try to do something. I'm not sure what his goal was there, but he managed to kill one Marine. Meanwhile, Skyline's getting pretty aggressive himself, moving out with like a third of his M&M, bringing a bit more of it. So now he has most of it out on the field. Lurkers are morphing, though. And there's a Queen's Nest. So it looks like Cole is going Bakuyu style of really fast hive, but he hasn't actually gotten the hive yet. He's just getting the Queen's Nest. Oh, there's the hive. So, Lurkers will be out, though. Should be able to defend pretty easily. That's a very hard choke for Marines to get through, and Lurkers at the top of this choke as well. What kind of tech is Skyline working on behind this? Ooh, he's going for SK Terran. Lifting the factory and just going pure vessel. That might be able to work pretty well against Cole styles, because the issue with going, the issue with what Cole is doing is that the fast hive is very, very nice, but you don't have a lot of units, because you don't have a very good economy to support it, and you don't have many hatcheries. So if Skyline's able to produce a bunch of vessels, he can irradiate a lot of the high-value targets, the Lurkers and the Defilers, and Cole won't be able to reproduce them as fast as they're being irradiated. So I like the SK Terran as a response to the style. I don't know if he scouted out what's going on yet, but I'm just going to say he did. Meanwhile, these Marines are stuffed by these Lurkers. 7 kills total between them. Pretty good. Meanwhile, what kind of tech is he going for? He's going for Guardian Defiler. Well, he actually had to rebuild the science facility, it looks like. Irradiate still has a little ways to go. But Cole does have all of his Mutalisks left, and Guardians could be really effective right on this ridge. It's a nice big uphill for him to fight with, and Skyline isn't actually producing science vessels. He has 1 and a dropship. Oh, these Guardians could actually do a lot of damage. How much longer until it's done? It still has a little ways to go. I'm looking. Skyline's saying that he has 2 science facilities, but I thought he lost the other one. I don't see your other science facility. I see 1, and that's it. I think you lost the other one. Anyway, where are the Guardians? Where'd the Guardians go? Did I really just miss the Guardians? None of the turrets are dead. Okay, now he's morphing Guardians down here. Where'd that pack of Mutalisks go that were right here? Did they fly back and are going to use the Guardians defensively? But he had more than just 4. I thought he had more than just 4. Oh. I guess he just sent 2 to every base. Okay. Well, Skyline's going to attack down here. He only has 1 vessel, though, so he can't, it's going to take him it's going to be really painful to try to get through these Lurkers at the moment. He's standing, you can see that. Third base going down. Okay. Yeah, and this is Cole's style that he's going for. He has two Defilers and 2 Guardians and 3 Lurkers and nothing else. It's all very pretty high-tech units, but it's kind of hard to stand up against a lot of M&M. Although there is only 1 science vessel, and that's the issue. SK Terran really needs some science vessels, and you can go Wraiths. You can go 3-port Wraiths? I'm intrigued. Well, Wraiths are really good versus Guardians. I will agree with him there. Not so good versus Defilers. Kind of a push versus Lurkers. I don't know, man. We'll see. Is he getting Cloak for him, at least? He has 2 control towers. I'm not sure if Cloak has been... I clicked on something. Looks like the command center got cancelled. I don't know what I just clicked on, but stuff's popping up somewhere. Alright. Alright, man. Well, he did get Cloak. And the Overlord's not in position. Does Cole have Overlord speed? No, he doesn't have Overlord speed. He's going to lose 1 Wraith to Scourge, but gets the other ones. And he's going to be able to kill the Guardians now. Seems to be working out for him. So Wraiths get plagued, but he doesn't have any anti-air, so it kind of doesn't matter. Okay, so now he's going, science vessels off of 2 of them, and still producing Wraiths off of a 3rd. It's interesting. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to focus on the Defiler. He cloaks them, but they're actually not invisible when they're plagued. So, that's kind of an oopsie. Chased into the Marines. Oh, great. Well, you know what? These Wraiths are actually kind of doing pretty good. They're keeping Cole pinned to some regard, but they are really expensive. I don't know if they're quite justifying how much they cost. I don't know, man. I'm still intrigued. Is he still adding more? No. It looks like he stopped adding Wraiths to his army. He's just adding another tower. And Skyline goes for it. He doesn't take that many casualties. A lot of that blood was Zergling blood. So he's going to be able to really push Cole back. And Cole doesn't have anything around the map. More Wraiths doing harass here. And Cole really does not have a lot of stuff. Actually, Skyland's a lot of money. A lot of money. Cole kind of doesn't have a lot of supply. It's like 90 supply compared to 170. And these Wraiths are still being annoying, and they're picking off all the Guardians. I mean, there aren't many Guardians left. So it's... Oh. It's a lot easier to dodge Scourge with Wraiths than it is with Science Vessels. He still has a really low supply, and he's not stopping the Terran from taking any bases, really. Terran could take half the map if they wanted to. All of his wings lost on A move, or not on A move. Well, how many SCVs is he going to be able to kill? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. We got 7. Cole has a couple Ultralisks. He doesn't have the Ultralisk armor upgrade yet. It's very important to have going up against a pure Marine force. Skyline probably shouldn't try to shoot up the ramp. It's easier to get up with Marines, but you're still going to eat a lot from lurkers. You should probably just take the extra time to go around. Oh, what are the upgrades looking like for Skyline at this point? 3-0, interesting. And 2-2 for Cole, if I remember correctly. 2-0 for those, but 2-2 for the Ultralisk. How close is Armor to being finished? Very close. Well... that's a lot of Ultralisks now. And Cole has been on 4 bases for a while. And no Swarm, it's just a lot of Ultralisks. He dematrixed 2 Marines. Armor did finish, and that's why Cole was attacking at this point in the game. And the Ultralisks are actually just going to be able to chew through with no Defiler support and no Ling support. Oh dear. Skyline's still up by 20 or 40 supply. But these Ultralisks are doing a lot of damage. Now some irradiates go down. He didn't want to irradiate before because he knew he did a lot of Marines, but since pretty much all the Marines are dead anyway, he might as well. Ooh, and he's going to eat it on his Science Vessels too. Ultra's going to come up here. They're actually going to kill off all those Marines with the irradiate. Still a Wraith. Not sure why there's a Wraith. Plague on all the stuff, including the Ultralisk. He's going to be able to kill that off really easily. It's actually going to kill the Ultralisk. There's no help. No, it doesn't kill the Ultralisk. That's funny. Oh, Wraiths have only 8 attack. And Ultralisks have 6 armor. That's just sad. Anyway, Cole... another Science Vessel goes down. Oh no, the Hero Wraith goes down. And his Ultralisk is going to still live, but killed by these Marines from the back. And is Cole's finally going to take a 5th. And if Skyline kind of allows that base, it allows him to take a 5th, he's going to have a really hard time. He's not doing very well at all with the Science Vessel production. He's just, he hasn't been producing that many to begin with, and then he's allowing a lot of them to die to Scourge. So, he's running into a real problem with a lot of these, yeah, even more Science Vessels dying. He's running into a lot of problem with these high-tech units, because he doesn't have either tanks or Science Vessels to deal with them. It's just lots of Marines versus Ultralisks. Well, this time he has enough Marines. That time he doesn't have enough Marines. 3-1 now. Is he still getting upgrades? No longer getting upgrades. 2 bases mined out. That one's kind of running low. So he's on 2 bases. How about the gas? That one still has a bit more. This one is depleted. So 2 bases, 2 gas, essentially. Compared to Cole, who has still all of his bases mining. Ooh, he's getting dropped. Okay, now he's not losing Science Vessels. That's good. But there's definitely something. This is definitely not where Skyline wants to be at this point. Going FK Terran, you should have like 3 times as many Science Vessels at this point in the game. You don't want to be stuck on 4. And he does have enough to irradiate all the Ultralisks this time around, but he won't next time because it's going to take a while for all those to recover their energy. More Guardians with Cole. I think that's. I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, that's 3. It's just hard to click on the other 2. Really? Really? Alright, man. You're gonna go battle cruisers. Battle cruisers are really good versus Guardians. Also good versus Lurkers. So, good versus Zerglings, too. Interesting. Gonna go for a double drop down this base. Should be able to take it out because there's only one Nidus Canal. And actually, that's a really hard position for Zerg to deal with. He needs to bring these lurkers back, and they might not even be able to burrow in time. Yeah. He's morphing 4 colonies. 4 spore colonies. It's actually going to be enough to kill the battle cruisers. Alright then. Kind of pulls them out a little bit too late there. That's one way to counter battle cruisers. Just build 4 colonies underneath them and hope they don't move. Is he still building battle cruisers? Oh yes he is. Oh yes he is. And the Yamato is done. Does he have a storehouse of them yet? No, just 2. That's a CC. He's kind of needs to expand soon. Battle cruisers are really expensive. He would definitely like to take this base if he could, even though it's almost out of gas. It's going to be an issue. But he can't fight these Ultralisks really well. He cut all science vessel production to be able to build battle cruisers, and now 5-3 Ultralisks are really good versus Marines. He just has those 4 that he had before. And those Ultralisks, 13 kills, 16 kills, 7 kills and going. 1 science vessel goes down because he's losing them to Hydralisks. He really can't afford to have those things die to Hydralisks. Ugh. How many battle cruisers does he have? Only 2. Next 3 are almost done though. We'll have 5 battle cruisers. You gotta give him props though. It's like it's like he really wanted to do SK Terran, and somebody told it's like he asked somebody on his team, "Hey, I want to try SK Terran. What is that?" It's like, "Oh, just play TVZ with no tanks." It's like, okay, I can do that. And now he's given himself the handicap of no tanks. Battle cruisers before tanks, man. Man. So Cole is slowly mining out, but he just doesn't have a very big drone saturation, so it's going to be a while before he's actually mined out. And Skyline's going to lose his last mining base really soon, having lost this one and this one. But here come the battle cruisers. Battle cruisers are good versus Ultralisks, and Cole didn't actually add any defiler support to him. So yeah, killing those Ultralisks. That Ultralisk is glitching out. He's gonna kill 2 Ultralisks. And 9 kills Zergling. You don't want that. Look how fast that thing dies. Oh, now he's gonna go for more. This happens again? Skylive! Skylive, don't let Zerglings kill all your shit! Zerglings are like so confused as to all the SCVs he could kill. 15, 16 kill Zergling. Oh, Skylime. Kinda doesn't matter because you don't have anything else to use your SCVs for, but you don't want to do that. Cole doesn't really want... Cole seems to be just attacking in like packs of 2 to 4 Ultralisks all the time. That's interesting. More battle cruisers over here though. Here was the next set of 3, and he D-matrixed them. So that's gonna show those sunken colonies what's up. Oh, GG. All around. Good game, man. Alright. He quit because he wasn't mining anymore. And because he didn't have like a big death ball, he had a handful of Marines and 5 battle cruisers. And 5 battle cruisers aren't really enough to do anything, unfortunately. Alright then. So we're going to go into the next game now. After that game of just pure shenanigan. We have LRM Oxzerg versus SAS Lockdog. Alright. The 4th LRM Zerg in a row. Versus Lockdog. Alright. So, a PvZ on Pathfinder, which is a pretty hard map for Protoss in this matchup. But we'll see. 170 compared to 500. 500. Come on, there we go. 180. Nice. Alright. I don't know how to wall on this map, so... Well, that seems kind of weird. It's probably going to be okay. That's not the way you scout. Either Lockdog doesn't know the map, or he's going to put some proxy back here. What's it going to be? I mean, it's pretty risky going... it's pretty risky to go proxy versus Oxzerg. Because Oxzerg is really good with flings. That's what he does. But no, it looks like he just scouting the cool way. Around the back. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Lockdog confirming that he just messed up with his scout. That's good. He did... So, let's see. Oxzerg, somehow unsurprisingly, with the overpull. Was that an overpull? Yeah, that was an overpull. And, I don't know how that happened, but actually, Oxzerg beat Lockdog in a one-on-one with a drone. And, he's gonna ignore the scouting probe? No, he's not gonna ignore the scouting probe, he's gonna come back. Ooh. That could be pretty dangerous to have to deal with. 6 slings can sometimes beat 2 cannons when one cannon is kinda hanging like that. But, Oxzerg's not gonna go for that right now. He's going to check just to make sure that there is no proxy back here. Good. Lockdog keeping his probe alive. Pretty good micro to avoid those 2. Meanwhile, doing standard stuff on his own. Getting his gateway, gonna get his tech up with normal timing. Lockdog loves his speed lot aggression, so I anticipate to see some good attacking from him a little bit later on, once he gets his Citadel up and his Stargate up. Alright. So... where's Oxzerg's Expo? Oh, he's in an Expo behind. He's Expoing to a base that doesn't have a gas. There are plenty of X's on this map with gas. This one would be a likely candidate, either that or the other natural. But this one's going to be a little bit easier to defend. Although it's actually pretty hard to SimCity this. So, you might actually have a hard time defending this against, like, five zealots. We'll see. Meanwhile, Walk Dog has enough money for the tech. There goes the Stargate. And... no, not going to throw down the Citadel immediately. He's going to wait just a little bit. New scouting probe. Lings don't quite have speed yet. Still a little ways to go. But it looks like he's about to be surrounded, so it doesn't matter. Nope, gonna get out of there. Only need one more hit. Sneaks through the egg, and actually, is it going to escape? I don't think so, nope. Oxford with the good micro, gonna get the surround. Ooh, Oxford's going to take his fourth base also rather quickly. If he's going for a fast 4 base, I'm not sure why he didn't just take the other main and natural, the neutral one out here. This way, it's kind of hard. It's almost harder to defend this base and this base because you have to have units stationed over here and all the way over here. But and also, if you had taken the natural, you'd be able to get that other gas. Yeah, maybe it's something specific to this map. Maybe he's just going to build a lot of lings, then he doesn't need the gas. Anyway, Spire's on the way. We're going to lose one Overlord before the Spire finishes, probably two. Citadel's down, isn't researching speed yet, actually getting a really fast archive. And one kill so far. Where's that Spire? Spire still does have a little ways to go. To be able to kill that one, and maybe even that one, possibly. Oxford's going to try to split these Overlords up so that Lockdog doesn't accidentally find this one, but he might anyway. Or he finds that one. That works too. Going to start morphing screws right now. This is going to pop right on top of the Corsair. Or not quite. And it's going to be close whether he can pick up a third Overlord kill. Yeah, he's going to get the third kill. And then he's going to head home because he saw the Spire pop. So, nice move. Going to supply block Oxford. In fact, that's a double supply block because after the Overlord pops, he's still supply blocked. Very nice. Anyway, researching +1 weapons. Lockdog looks to be getting a pretty big Corsair fleet. Are there going to be DTs? Because the archives was fast. Could get some DTs. Doesn't look like he has any yet. He does have enough money for it once these zealots finish. Not starting one there, but will he start one here? Will he start one here? Apparently he's not going to build anything out of there. Oh, there we go. There's another zealot. So he got the really fast archives, but isn't actually doing anything with it. He's getting stormed now. So, he wants to get some fast High Templar out. Not too fast, because he did wait a while. Oh, hey, I found the DT. This is going to pick up 8 kills. And how defended is Oxford to a DT? That Overlord can be picked off pretty easily. But he's not bringing the Corsair yet. How many are there? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Corsairs. Ooh, he needs to be careful, because he's almost like in one-shot territory. Flee away from the Overlord. But there's another Overlord over here. Alright, DT's gonna live. And now the Corsairs are going to come. He's up to 7 with a +1 done. So that's going to be a really scary Corsair fleet to have to deal with. Are there many Hydralisks out in the field? Is there a Hydralisk Den out? No. Oh, yes, there's a Hydralisk Den. Okay. But still, these Overlords are going to fall very quickly. And now this DT has free reign into this base. If that is going to be a sport, it's going to take a while. A little bit of a misstep there. He's going to lose. Oh, could have lost another one there. Would have been pretty close. Oh, not keeping his Corsairs together. He's lost 2 Corsairs almost unnecessarily. And now that Spore Colony dies, it'd almost be easier if he just targeted down the Sunkens and not the Spores. And Oxford's actually having a lot of success with this. And oh no, the DT spotted is not going to be able to kill that fast enough. Needed 2 more hits. Unfortunate, but it was just 1 DT. It wasn't pinning his entire hopes this game on the DT. Alright. Oh, he's stuck. Alright, so here comes Lockdog with his speed lots. And there's a lot of stuff out on the field. A good number of goons following the speed lock, but lagging a little bit behind. And there is no SimCity at this base. So it's going to fall pretty quickly. Only a couple Sunkens and a couple Hydralisks. It's not going to be enough. Lockdog is going to lose a Corsair or 2... Well, is he going to lose a Corsair? No, not going to lose a Corsair. Just 1 hit away. And actually, he's losing a lot of Dragoons over on this side. He's not keeping his forces together. I'm not sure why he's not keeping it together, but that's a sacrificed Archon at this point. He did get some storms off first, but still. This was the bulk of his force right there, and he allowed the Dragoons and the High Templar to die. Now, producing another DT. Lots of DT, lots of HPs. And looks like Oxford is going to go for an attack. There only are 2 cannons. There's a Robo Bay in position. As Inch is going to make Reavers, but he doesn't have a Robo Bay out. Lockdog's also taking this space. It's going to be hard to defend, but there might be just enough cannons. I don't know. Getting to that ship's going to be hard. There's a DT as well. Where are the Overlords? There are no Overlords in sight. He's going to be forced to pull back because that DT can do massive damage. Is Overlord speed even done? Looking for a moving Overlord, but I don't see one. Anyway, a shuttle's built, and now the observatory. Might be going for a little bit of a speed lock drop in the back of the base. This map is quite susceptible to drops because there's so much room to drop from. I'm hearing them load up. Ooh, no, it's going to be a DT drop. And there's the closest Overlord, but nothing in the base that can detect, and these Corsairs are going to come in first to clean them out. Okay, Overlord speed is done, and here come the DTs. I think Oxford realized that the DTs were coming. He pulls a lot of his drones, but not all of them. He's going to lose some. And now, where are the Corsairs? They're the Corsairs. Doing a pretty good job keeping the Overlords away. I don't see any coming. And he's getting to focus on the spawning pool. Oh no, here's the first Overlord. Overlord goes down though, only manages to kill 1 DT. The other 2 DTs... Oh, there's the Overlord. No! 2 hits away on the spawning pool. Very close. DT drop probably wasn't worth it. Didn't get that many drone kills. Well, he's on 3 bases, which is nice. But I don't know, he seems pretty repressed. It's 140 supply compared to 120, so pretty close. Excuse me. Alright. Desakwe is continuing his aggression. What kind of upgrades does he have at the moment? +2 compared to 1-1. And this Force Airplane is actually doing a really good job of killing a lot of Overlords. It's put quite a damper on Oxford's supply, not to mention allowing the DTs to do some good damage. And the DT is not going to go down almost. And huge storms kill so many of the Hydralisks. 5 kills, but it damaged a lot of them, which a lot of the Zealots to clean up. Another big storm going down there, 12, 13 kills. And this one picked up another 8. Oh, big damage, and lots of lings coming out. But it may not be enough with just lings and no crack. But lings coming in from the other side, going to surround this force. And the Protoss did kill off a lot, but is going to lose it in the end. And is Desakwe even going to lose his Corsairs? Some of the Corsairs. Pulls back with the rest of his forces. 116 compared to 83, so not too much of a difference. I think Desakwe got a little bit of the better in that engagement. I don't think that's quite enough Zerg forces to break through either of the cannon walls quite yet. But Desakwe, now getting way too ambitious with the Corsairs, going to lose them. Those probes are confused. But he's transferring them back to this mineral only, so it's 4 base versus 4 base at the moment. And where is Oxford needs to expand his own. He has some pretty good map control at the moment. I would be surprised if he doesn't take advantage of it. Morphing 2 lurkers here. This might be the next spot he plans on, but he doesn't have the drone there yet. Here comes the drone. Desakwe, loses the shuttle. That's a shame. Desakwe is still ahead, though, by about 30 supply. That's an okay lead to have. And, ooh boy. Let's see, 6 lurkers, 8 lurkers, 8 lurkers, 8 lings, 2 hydralisks, and 1 hydralisk following. He really just did not want to be left behind. Alright, well, let's see. Where's... Desakwe's moving his army out. Oh no, his army's moving away, and now they're all pulling back. He realizes that he needs to defend, and here come all the units to drop. Let's see how much damage he can do. He's not dropping it all. He's actually not dropping much of it. There we go. Now he's starting to drop all of it. That was actually quite a mistake to just drop only this one location and quite smallly. This drop isn't going to do very much. I'm not sure how much it would have done otherwise, but Oxford didn't even give it a chance to succeed. There are still some lurkers. It's going to be annoying, but the observer is going to make it so he can clean them up. Probably didn't need that storm. It's okay. Not a problem. Now Oxford is finally going to take a 5th. Just throw it down. He's also getting Hive. But Desakwe has so many zealots that Hive... it'll be interesting to see what kind of high tech he goes for. Defilers won't be too effective on this map. But we'll have to see. Or not on this map, but against the really heavy zealot count that Desakwe is holding. You are still upgrading. Now, armor. Ooh, he is +3 already. Nice. Compared to 1, 2, and 1 of the Zerglings. And looks like a bit of an attack from behind from Oxzerg, but it's going to be shut down pretty easily. A good storm plus the cannons there. Yeah, that's not going to quite work out for him. Meanwhile, going to cancel this. Or maybe he killed it. Actually, he did just kill it. And, well, actually, he forces all the probes to pull away, and is just going to be annoying with 2 lurkers, or 1 lurker at the moment, and another soon-to-be lurker. Now, Desakwe's coming up from the bottom, and this base is kind of undefended. That's a nice... He has some sunken colonies, and that's a nice choke, but Zealots kind of ignore chokes. What is this? What? Alright, that was funny, but Oxford's just gonna kill this base. It's coming into the observer snipe, but I don't actually see the observers. Lots of storms going down, 13 kills. This base is going to go down, and Officer's not going to be able to kill all the stuff here, so he's still vulnerable to some extent. There are a lot of lings here, and crack should be done soon. Wait. Those can't be slow lings. For some reason, they looked like they were slow lings. They're getting too bunched up on the Hydros, I can't tell. But it looks like they're slow lings. Why does it look like they're slow lings? Am I crazy? Are they slow? Because the Hydros have speed. No, those have to be speed links. It's just the way they were moving. Anyway, this base, well, without the Filer support, nah. Oxford probably can still take it out. 5 cannons at the moment. Well, it's gonna be close. Yeah, he's gonna be able to take it out. I thought those cannons, a little bit farther along with the cannons, but killed before it's actually taking out the Nexus, which is what matters. Desakwe's sitting pretty. He's got 4 bases, soon to be 5, compared to 3 for Oxford. Oxford does have an Ultralist Cavern. Getting a speed before armor, I think. But, oh, that storm missed. His axe not going to quite be able to shut him down with these lings just because Zealot's coming from behind. He's still getting upgrades. Desakwe's still getting upgrades. He's at 3-1, soon to be 3-2. Where are the shots? I don't know. But this base is going to look pretty secure, I think, despite how many overlords are here. And here come the Ultras for Desakwe. They don't have the armor upgrade. He did go speed before armor. Speed almost done. But Ultralists aren't exactly good at breaking bases like this without the Filer support. So I'm not sure what he plans on using them for. A couple Archons out for Desakwe. And it looks like Oxford has retaken his... Or he hasn't quite retaken it. He's still working on it. Storm goes down, doesn't hit too much. Those are a lot of Ultralists, but not a lot of other support units. And I think that the cannons are going to do a pretty good job of fending them off. It's, Oxford at a 70 supply deficit. He has some serious problems at the moment. And that Ultralist goes down. He's able to range the gateway, but it's not much of a consolation prize. How much money does he have? Not much. He's been pretty good about spending it, but he hasn't had that much to begin with. His main is out. His mineral only is out. Natural has a little bit more to go, but not too much. And it looks like Desakwe is once again preparing for an attack on this expansion. Something calling not going to morph in time. Oh no. Oh, it looks like Oxford might be able to save it. Yeah, a lot of lings versus just some dragoons. Storms go down though. Very nice storms, taking out a lot of the drones. He's looking for something. Well, Shockwave still does have this base really secure now with the Reaver support. So he's on 1 base, 2, 3 bases only, but that's still more than Oxford's on him. Zerg should definitely try to be ahead of Protoss in bases. So I think Shockwave's still in a pretty good position, despite the fact that he's not really able to move out, and every time he does, he seems to die. It looks like he's going to be able to move out now. Kills a lot of Ultralisks too. Only 75 supply compared to 173. Despite the fact that Shockwave is not exerting a lot of map control, he has more than double the supply, over 100. Well, going to be able to pick up some free probes. That's good. Alright. I don't know how many drones he has here, but that's going to be the last patch. Let's see. Okay. Fair number of drones. He can transfer those drones over here, because Zergs don't saturate the mineral patches anyway. But it's still not terribly good. What's that, Zealot? Max Protoss, 91 supply Zerg. Slow Reavers. Is that what's slowing down the Shockwave from exerting map control? He's just waiting for the Reavers. It's taking the last 15 minutes to get the Reavers from there to there. That seems reasonable. Throwing out more photon cannons just to be safe. Once again, going to sweep around this way. Every time, this seems to be the preferred attacking path. Just wants to come up this way, take the long way, rather than trying to cut through here. Or even go up and down that way. It just wants to avoid getting flanked by this army, I guess. It is a pretty fearsome force for Zerg, even if it only is 100 supply. Nope, not gonna get that Overlord. We're gonna drop that pylon. Okay. Alright, well, here comes the attack. It's going to be kind of surrounded. Units coming in from both directions, but good storms killing a lot of them. I don't think it's going to be quite enough from the Shockwave. He's not really bringing his full force in these attacks. And another nice, some really good storms. And 1 DC left over. Oh, gonna flee away. 70 compared to 160. Okay. He's now mined out at that base. So, Shockwave's only down to 2 bases. And Oxford's only down to 2 bases, but his bases are much more mined than Shockwave's 2. Well, it could come down to who's going to take this side of the map, and really? Shockwave just chilling with some Reavers here. Alright. Yeah. If Oxford was able to secure this base, he'd be in a pretty good position, as Lockdog's just playing this so passively. It's actually kind of a possibility he gets mined out. Even though it's like 73 to max, he should win, but I thought he should have won a while ago. So, you know what? Maybe he's really just unable to get any damage done. He now has a shuttle for his Reavers, greatly increasing their mobility. The irony is he had a shuttle before, because he used it for like... Oh, wait, no, but that one got scourged. Never mind. Taking that back. But now he's going to pull back. Just going to wait. Oxford might actually be able to set that third up, which would be really funny. Oxford's pretty spread out, so the storm's not going to do that much, but he has a lot of zealots, so it kind of doesn't matter. Going in for a snipe. No hits. And he's going to pick him right back up again, so it's no Dragoons, no Archons, but a Zealot High Templar Reaver mix. And it looks like Lockhog is going to stop that base from getting up. That's good. Alright. Well, you know what, man? He can starve the Zerg out. That's a legitimate possibility at this point. This base is almost mined out. This base is kind of almost mined out, but it's being mined out really slowly because there's only 5 drones. It's kind of sad that Zerg has 5, 8, 10, 13 drones mining minerals this game. He's had 13 mining for a really long time at this point. And the Sakwe... he's just kind of playing with his food. Should be able to win with this. Should be able to win with this. 51 supply compared to max. The Reavers too. 2 shuttles worth of Reavers. One of which isn't even going to bother to drop them. Doing some nice dodging. Nice. Oh, big Scarab hits on the drones. Oxzerg has 5 drones mining now. And he's going to lose the hive. He has 25 supply. And that's pretty much all of his units right there. That and some drones. Gonna lose his main. Should probably GG at this point. But he wants to go for the counterattack first. He might be able to get the Reaver. No, he's not even going to come close to getting the Reaver. Did he get anything? Not a single kill. He's gonna lose his tech. He has a lot of sunken colonies back here and a lot of hatcheries he can't build out of. And, oh, now he had no supply at the end of the game. He waited until every single unit was killed before GGing. That's nice. Ties it up 2-2. Let's move on to the next game. Oh, hey! It would appear that LRM's not going to send a Protoss. Or, not going to send a Zerg, because they are sending a Protoss. I'm glad they have some variety on their team. Alright. Game number 5. It's tied up 2-2 between 2 of the better teams. What's the name of it? Oh, it was not in this folder. In this folder. There we go. We have LRM Choosy versus Sass Cashew. Yep. So another ZVP. You're getting the a nice sampling of all types of Zerg matchups. 2 ZVZs, 2 ZVPs, 1 ZVT. And the map is on Aztec. So, probably going to be good for Choosy. I should change the color. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Wait. versus purple. Okay, Cashew building his first Overlord. So either 12-4-12 hatch, probably not going to have to worry about a run by if you're in Choosy Shoes, but could be if he doesn't make a good wall. Well, it looks like he's setting up for a nice one. Looks like both players are going to scout in the correct direction first. And is Choosy going to be able to deny this hatchery from going down? Looks like it. That drone is going to go to a different expo, it looks like. Might Cashew bring another drone? Nope. I don't think he's just going to go to expand to the other natural. And, oh, is he going to sneak it in? Going to sneak it in? Yes, just barely able to get it in. Choosy, again, putting the probe a little bit too far forward. That's fine. 2 sets of Zerglings morphing. It's called morphing, right? Yes, morphing. Sorry, I'm thinking about how it's an egg and we call it morphing. I'm thinking like in real life we don't really call things that are in eggs morphing. You wouldn't say like, oh yes, the egg yolk is morphing into a chick. But I guess if it's like a caterpillar and then it goes into a cocoon, you say it's morphing. But it's not a cocoon, it says egg. There are different things that say cocoon. So maybe it'd be better if it said like hatching. Anyway, I'm overthinking it. Cashew's first 8 tenlings? 2, 4, 6, 8 tenlings coming out. That is a really ugly wall. It's tight, but it just doesn't look very good. Well, we'll see if it can hold. I think it's going to be good enough, but it just is very aesthetically unpleasing. He actually threw down... wait, never mind. Take it back. Wait. That's a really fast core. Because normally you throw down the pylon in your main and then throw the core there. But he doesn't have the pylon in his main and he's not even close to getting the pylon. Interesting. So Choosey's going to have some pretty fast tech coming up. And a Cashew... Oh, he didn't expand over here. He just sent the drone over in that direction. He's going to expand down here at the safer expo, but it's only a mineral only. Alright, alright. So, really, nothing too spectacular for either player, other than shoot these slightly faster tech. Alright. Cashew's getting his lair. Seen a lot of Zergs today go for the, or not today, but just in the last, in LRM versus SAS, go for the making a lair into the, excuse me, making the natural hatchery into a lair. Which, personal choice, doesn't really make a difference in the majority of situations. That probe's doing a good job staying alive. And Citadel is almost done. Alright, he's going to have his +1 timing with the speed very nicely. He threw down an early Hydralisk, and Cashew's not going to go for Scourge. He's just going to go straight for the Lurkers. Personally, I like this style of Zerg more than the traditional style of getting Scourge. So, I'm excited to see what Cashew can do with it. He doesn't really have a good subsidy at his mineral only, but he's starting to set up one at his natural. It still won't be that good, because it's like a 2 zealot gap here rather than just a 1 zealot gap. We'll see. Lurker's about halfway done. Now getting Zergling speed. Zergling speed very late. What? Apparently there's a Hungarian StarCraft song. I want to check that out, but I can't actually go and look at it right now because I'm supposed to be casting. You know what, I really do want to see it, so I'm just gonna open it up and then pause it. Oh, that sounds great. I can't wait to listen to the rest of that. Anyway, Cashew now getting his fire, a little bit delayed because he went for the faster Lurkers. Lurkers are really good on this map just because of these chokes right here and right here. Makes moving up and down them very hard. But here comes Choosey's +1 push. No support for the +1, no Corsairs or Archons or anything like that. Just going to go with pure Zealots. And the Lurker's going to be pretty good versus the Zealots. I think that pretty much pressure is going to be denied. Get the next replay. Alright, Choosey Storm is almost done. Does he have any High Templar? Yes, he does. 2 of them. And, excuse me, the Zerglings, or the Zerg didn't have the SimCity at the natural, so he is going to lose a couple drones, but because of the Lurkers, he's really forcing the Zealots back. And this is what I mean by I like the early Lurkers as opposed to Scourge. Because you just dominate your opponent until they get the Observers out. And Observers still are going to be in a little while. You really don't need to use the Scourge to try to hope to save your Overlords. You can just pop around a couple Lurkers. And then you can get Scourge later. You just don't need it immediately. All you just have to do is play smart and not have your Overlords out all over the map and keep them by Hydralisks. Anyway, looks like he's going to go for an Expo down in this corner. I don't know why, but it seems like this Expo and this Expo are taken less than this Expo. And they're all just symmetrical Expos, but for some reason it seems like this one just isn't taken as much. And this one is taken extra times. And usually this one is taken as a desperation play, and it really isn't going to help out whoever's taking it. I don't know why, but it just seems like that's a common theme. Probably coincidence. Anyway, denying Choosey's third from going up, if he was trying to set up there. And here comes the first 2 DPs. Going to be able to chase the Lurkers away. Alright. The Queen Cess is done, so Cashew should be getting a hive soon. He has the money for it. There we go, here's the hive. Well, Cashew's managed to get up to 4 bases and denied Choosy his 3rd. He's trying to set up another one now, but only at the mineral only. So I'd say that Cashew's doing a pretty good job in this battle of not engaging each other. Is that +2? No, that's +3. What kind of upgrades does Cashew have? Ooh, just 1-0. Zealot's going to be able to tear through the Zerglings for quite a while. You're going to need to get all the way up to +3 before they can compete again. Whoa. Wait. There it is. That was a nice storm drop. And you're going to try to come to this side, but the Scourge should get it. Alright. Nice move by Choosy. This is weird. Seriously, this is just a really weird pattern. I assume that means it's unbuildable, but I don't know. It's funny. Alright, Cash is going to go for Ultralisk Cavern first, before the Defilers. Should work pretty well, because Choosy has a lot of Zealots and really no Dragoons, just a couple. And not exactly many High Templar either. I only see 2 with the main army at this point. Although the Speedless are going to be very effective until the Ultralisk pop, Cash is going to have to rely a lot on his Lurkers. We'll see. He's going for it. Going to pull back. Probably could not have busted that. There's just too many Lings there. Is he researching crack? Not yet. Or maybe it's already done. I think it hasn't been finished yet. So, well, she's going to set up a 4th, but it's kind of a hard to defend 4th. Being in the middle of the map, it can be really... oh, Cashew gets 1. Cashew gets 2. That's really big, because Choosy hasn't been building a lot of High Templar. That's all the High Templar he has with this army. And there's 1 up here. All the High Templar Choosy has right now. And he doesn't even have... It's not like he's making them into Archons either. He just isn't building any of them. But Choosy going to go in for the attack with no Lurker support. Cash is going to die pretty quickly. Those are +2 Zealots compared to just 1 armor Zerglings. But here come the Lurkers, going to force Choosy back. And he's going to lose the Lings, because Cash is really not microing this properly. He's allowing a lot of his units to die before without Lurker support. Ultimates are now out, and it looks like Protoss is just going to go for it, run up the ramp. Pretty nice micro by Choosy to run up a good amount before hold positioning. And the Ultralists haven't been revealed yet, but here they come now. But only Dragoons are left. Should be pretty good. Armor upgrade not done. It's almost done now. Alright. Looks like this is going to be pretty safe for now. But Cashew's starting to amass a lot of Ultralisks. Is he going to get a Defiler Mound as well, or is he just going to wait for his Ultralisk upgrades to finish? He's not getting a Defiler Mound. It just looks like he wants to get speed, and then he's going to make a pretty fearsome attack. Is he getting, like, +2 armor? Yes, he is. +2 armor just finishes. And Ultralisks now have 4. Zealots did have good upgrades to begin with, but it's still not going to make that much of a difference. -5 from 26. No, from 22. No, it's -5 from 11 times 2. I should do this better. It's -22, -10 from 22. There we go. 12 damage a shot. Ha. I can do math. Anyway, Cashew, I don't think Cashew's in a position to play this passively anymore. Because he's going to lose out Expo, but it's really a 4-base versus 4-base. So, I don't know, it's not a good position for Absurd to be in most of the time. And, oh, he went for a drop, but it didn't pan out for him. He's not going to be able to get the Nexus. He didn't exactly kill a lot of stuff either. He has a force over here, but it's just going to be only be able to kill some Templar. And that one didn't even finish dropping. Well, Cash will be able to kill this army, but right now it's 120 supply Zerg compared to 160 supply Protoss. And Cashew does have better tech, but right now it's just a bunch of Ultralisks and nothing else. That's not a good looking army right now. Cashew's a boss. He's gonna snipe High Templar with Ultralisks. But he does lose some of them. There we go. Another drop. And the Reavers are going to shut that down if the cannons weren't able to already. You really need some swarms to make these drops effective, but almost like the Nexus, but after 2 drops it's really not worth it, even if he was able to get it on that second one. Oh. Not good. 135 compared to 170. And these Expos are looking tighter and tighter. In fact, it looks like she's going to be able to going to make an attempt to get a 5th. I'm not sure how successful it will be. But if Cashew doesn't have Swarm, cannons at the top of a ramp are going to be really good versus the Ultralisks. Any supply blocked. 2-2 compared to 3-3. Yeah, I don't think the Cashew's going to get up to this base in time to attack it before it's not safe. He's going to get Reavers there, and Reavers at the top of that ramp is going to be too hard. He could drop it, but anyway, Cashew's going to take a 5th base of his own. He probably should have done. He should be trying to do that a while ago. Going to double expand. In fact, this one's certainly going to be stopped. This one could be stopped if Choosy heads in that direction. And Choosy's just going to shut down and not go any further. Looks like Cashew did decide to go for a drop, but only 2 lurkers. Lurkers don't exactly damage buildings very quickly, but he can't build cannons in range of the lurkers, so they might be able to take out the Nexus. Nope, here comes the Observer. Is that gap big enough for Beans to get through? Yes, it is. They'll be able to take out the lurkers. Not a problem. Oh, man. And Cashew... Well, Cashew hasn't mined out any of his bases yet. He's not very saturated. Oh, he's almost mined out of that base. But Choosy has mined out his bases. Some of them, at least. It looks like Cashew's going in for an attack. That's a lot of Ultralisks, no Swarm, and some very nice Storms that are going to kill a lot of the Hydralisks. Only Hydralisks and Ultralisks remain, but that is a lot of Ultralisks. They're saving up all game for this attack. But there are a good number of DTs in there and no Overlords. Oh, those DTs are going to do so much damage, and I'm not even sure Cashew realizes it quite yet because he doesn't have detection and there's so much stuff going on, it's kind of hard to see the DT flashes. But he's going to be cleaned up. And that DT has 10 kills, that DT has 14 kills, that DT has 4 kills. He brings Overlords now, but it's a bit too late. Oh, and it's like 15 really strong kills because it was almost all Ultralisk and Hydralisk. Oh, 72 supply compared to 155. I think Cashew's not going to be able to come back in this game just because these expos are so unsafe and they're not even populated. But we'll see. It looks like he lost all the good stuff so far. Yeah, Cashew's kind of dead. I'm pretty sure it's not for a drop, it's just to detect DTs, and there are actually a lot of DTs. Here comes the wave of Corsairs, but the DTs are going to die too quickly. Well, actually, no, there's like 4 more DTs. Storms go down, kind of hit some Ultralisks a little. Yeah. I don't know how that one got away. But 180 to 109. Cash is kind of dead. Just a little. If Chizzy's even going to try to take this, it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 base. Yeah. He's going to load up the Reavers here because he doesn't actually need them to defend anymore. That's so many Dark Templar. 4, 6, 8, 9 Dark Templar. There's a Spore colony there, but I don't think it's going to matter. There it is. He went for a drop. And that's not going to work out. Chizzy's going in for the attack now. Storms go down, hit more of his own units on the Zerg, but it doesn't matter. He's going to take out this base. Cashew's only mining from his main and this 4th now. Well, once this base goes down. .109 to 106 in supply blocked. But these Reavers will help prevent that supply blockness. There we go. Down to 85. Yeah. Cash is going to go for an attack over here, though. Probably not going to be able to get it, though. Cannons up the ramp. Well, I guess he is going to be able to take it out. There's no Reaver here. He's not making one. So, he will prevent the 6th base from going online. And actually, Chizzy's only mining off of 1 base. But I don't think it matters. He can probably win the game without mining anymore anyway. Yeah, Cashew 76 to max. Not sure how that's going to help. GG from Cashew. There we go. Oh, and LRM needs only 1 more game to win the set. See if they can pull it out. This is Twitch TV's Gambit Cup, sponsored by Twitch TV, Prowler, and Novopolis. Big thanks to them for making this possible. Throwing in a nice prize pool for the winner. Last replay number 2. On La Mancha, here we go. And the 2 players are Zaraki versus Pike. Alright, Zaraki versus Pike. A ZVZ to possibly seal the deal. That's not how you capitalize. I can't remember how to capitalize Zaraki. Oh, you don't capitalize Zaraki. Really? I thought you capitalized like the Z and the R or something like that. Alright, cool. Well, it's a ZVZ on La Mancha. Just make sure I got the colors right. Yeah. Zaraki is red. Pike is white. Pike is a pretty strong Polish player, but at the same time, I really do like Zaraki ZVZ against a lot of people. So Sass could bring it back with this. Wow. Okay, just to recap, we've had ZVZ, ZVZ, ZVP, ZVT, no, excuse me, ZVZ, ZVZ, ZVT, ZVP, ZVP, ZVZ today. Gotta love Team LRM. Good. Anyway, let's see, Pike went for the 9 pool, Zaraki went for a 12 pool. So Zaraki should have the advantage. It should help that it's cross map, so that's even going to further delay Pike's length. Wait, no, that is 12. Yeah, that is 9 pool. Both players are going to scout each other at the same time, and by that I mean last. And here comes Zaraki's drone to throw down the hatchery. He shouldn't have a problem defending this. The Lings are morphing now. They still need to finish morphing and then get all the way across the map before Zaraki's Lings morph, which are going to start really soon. Zaraki might only even need to pull 1 drone as opposed to 2, which is conventional. Probably pull 2 just to be safe, and that's fine. Probably a good idea, in fact. Anyway, Pike will have the super fast layer though, and that's really going to be his window to win the game. He's going to have to get some kind of advantage with really fast Mutalisks. We'll see what he's able to do. First things are out for Zaraki. Pike's not even going to bother to send his first Lings. Ooh. That's not what you want. We're doing a 9 pool to keep your Lings close to the chest. And actually, Zaraki's going to end up attacking. I don't think he doesn't realize what his opponent's doing yet. Huh. Well, Pike's going to pull back this Overlord, so Zaraki won't find it. Interesting. Alright. Actually, neither player has found each other yet. This Ling's going to be the first contact. Now... Oh, Zaraki's going all in. Zaraki's going for a 3-hatch all in. So Pike, pretty good to be cautious here, and he went for a fast fire. So he'll be able to get out a couple of Mutalisks, and the Mutalisks will essentially act as sunken colonies, in that they're going to be able to kind of harass the Zerglings, but Zaraki might just have enough Zerglings anyway to overwhelm. We'll see. He does have speed done. Finished a while ago, not mining gas anymore. See what Zaraki can do. Spire has a little bit more time. He's making a lot of Zerglings. I don't know what the convention is for a Zerg player of when they're supposed to go for it. He's waiting to get that Overlord into position probably just to see what he's up against, and he has a lot more Lings. Well, let's see. We can look at supply. 24 compared to 27. That's not that many more. Oh. 24 compared to 27, but -4 because or -6 because of Mutalisks. So that's a difference of 20 lings. About. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. The Mutalisks are now popped, and they're gonna try to go, and they're gonna force the Zerglings. Are the Zerglings really gonna try to run away? Zeraki's gonna pull back. Well, despite going for a 3-ling or for a 3-hatch all-in, he's going to actually have a better economy because he's off of 3 hatches as opposed to just 1. Which is kind of weird, but that's just the way it's going to work out. Pike is supply capped at the moment. Wait. How did Pike get supply capped? Oh, he must have done a extractor trick. No, he didn't do an extractor trick. How did Pike get supply capped? There's nothing that shoots overlords. I'm pretty sure that score wasn't done. I'm confused. Anyway, is Zeraki going to go for it this time? I mean, he's just going to have to bite the bullet and deal with the Mutalisk fire. There's only 1 now. So he has overwhelming Zergling numbers. He can just power through Pike's slings. Then they need to focus on the drones. He might be able to get a lot of them before... Oh man, there's so many lings. Is it A move to victory time? Well, he's getting some of the drones. The drones are now pulling away. He's focusing down the Sunken. I'm not sure if he really needs to focus down the Sunken because he's not going to be able to kill everything because of the Mutalisk. Doesn't get actually that many drones. Most of the drones pull away, and he wastes all those things going for the Sunken. And now, I think he would have made a good move if instead of going for the Sunken, he just chased the drones. The drones might be able to run away, but that would be fine. He's pulling the drones so far away from mining. I would have liked to have seen that instead. He does bring Pike down to just 6 drones on minerals, 3 on gas. But Zeraki only has 6 drones of his own. So or 7 drones. A little bit more on gas, but still. He's been forced to use a lot of his drones to build creep colonies and the evolution chamber. So I think because he didn't win with that attack, I think he lost. Because he has just a really bad economy now, having to throw down all these spores, and he doesn't have tech. And he's at 15 supply compared to 32. But here we go. The Mutalisks are out of position, so if they snipe the Sunken colony, they have pretty much free range over the drones. 1 drone, 2 drone, 3 drone, 4 drone, 5 drone. Oh wow, almost all the drones go down. Only 3 drones remain. One of them almost died as well. Is he making a drone? He's making a drone. So that's 4 drones for Pike, compared to 6, or compared to like 8 for Zeraki. But it looks like the Mutalisks are just going to be bold and try to focus on the spore colony, but they're going to be forced to pull back. And are these drones going to try to transfer back to the other spores? Oh no, they're running away from the one spore that's active. And Zeraki has 2 drones? I think he only has 2 drones. So Pike with double the economy with 4 drones. Oh no, he has his 4 drones over here. So 6 versus 4? 6 versus 6. Once those 2 finish. So even economies, Zeraki has 2 extra hatcheries, Pike has a Spire, and Mutalisks. I still think Pike has the advantage, because Zeraki can't exactly use his extra hatcheries. But, interesting. Well, Pike's going to be forced to keep his Mutalisks at home because he can't afford to make another Sunken at the moment. And those just throwing in 2 lings at a time from Zeraki could be the end of the game. And, he has enough Mutalisks to actually split them. I didn't realize he had that many. 25 compared to 6. Yeah, Zeraki has 6 supply. Now 7 supply. And Pike's kind of remade his drone force. He's not mining gas yet, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 compared to 8. Yeah. So he has more drones and a nice LV Mutalisk block of 10. Looks like Pike. Is Pike going to seal it out? I think he is. I mean, he has to deal with a lot of spore colonies. That one's vulnerable. Oh, is he... He's going to be able to range the extractor in the spawning pool. Actually going to prevent more creep colonies from being thrown down. Yeah. Well, Zeraki is going to lose the spawning pool. These are the last 2 Zerglings he's going to be able to make. But Pike doesn't have any defenses. Oh, he's making more Zerglings, so he's going to be able to defend it. Oh, yeah, definitely. And Zeraki cannot make any more fighting units. He has 13 drones, and he has 12 drones. No, 10 drones, 6 Zerglings. They're going to go for a run-by, try to pick off some drones of Pike, but only 2 of them make it in. They're probably not going to be able to pick off enough drones to make up the difference. And then Pike still has that Mutalisk block. You should really be mining with these, Rocky. There we go. Rebuild of the spawning pool. This time placing it just a little bit closer to the Sunkens. That's good. Oh. I see the flaw in Zeraki's plans. See, now these 4 colonies are really good at shooting Mutalisks. Not so good at shooting at Zerglings. Yes. I believe this is the fatal flaw in Zeraki's defense. The fact that he has nothing that can kill Zerglings. Drones can kind of kill Zerglings, but Zerglings are much better killing drones than the other way around. They're kind of dividing their attention between the spores and the drones, but one spore goes down, and now all the drones are going down, and GG from Zeraki. Pike takes it 4-2 for Team LRM. No ace match needed. Team LRM still undefeated on the season, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure LRM's undefeated. Alright. Nice series. Shout outs at the end. Thank you to Prowler, thank you to Nerbopolis, and thank you to Twitch TV for sponsoring the Gambit Cup. Thank you to the organizers, AWA and Game. Thank you, AWA, for having funny names for the replays. It made me chuckle. Thank you to all the viewers for tuning in and checking out some good Brood War action. In terms of what's coming up for me, I have to cast the ace match between Hungary and Eastern Europe, which will happen sometime Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. We'll post in the thread, but keep an eye out for that. It's gone to ace, but the ace game hasn't been played. And then beyond that, just the standard slate of Nation War and Gambit Cup coming up on Friday and Saturday. So look forward to that. I'm Hacklebeast, and I've had fun doing this. Bye, everybody.